What's going on, people? TroopzTV. Back again. Back a blood clot again, you understand? Episode 368 of Back Again. You don't know the vibes. Make sure you like, share, comment, and subscribe to the blood clot ting. You know what I'm saying? Big up the chat as always, blood. You understand? Big up the mods, them. My brothers. Big up the man, them. As always, blood. You get me? Only one 3-point collector this weekend. But there he is. He managed to scam a point. So that means that me and Lewis will be down. Yes, sir. You get me?
Chills.
There he is, blood. You understand?
Sorry, just getting the do-rag on.
Priorities and all that. You get me? But make sure you slap away at them likes, blood. You understand? Yeah, Mons. Congrats on it.
Congratulations, man.
I'm
You're
sorry.
on mute.
Hold on, Lewis. I didn't quite hear that. What was that, Troop? I didn't quite hear that. That was quite quiet. I didn't hear the. You know what I'm saying? I didn't. Congrats on what? League's not done. Work's not done. Well, since I'm talking to myself, guys.
Congratulations, man.
We are back again with another episode of Back Again. You know what I'm saying? TroopzTV back again. You know what I'm saying? What episode are we on?
368.
368. Another episode of Back Again. And I feel like people don't take me seriously enough when I say I have runners. People don't take me seriously enough when I say I'll be sending man to the shop. People don't take me seriously enough when I say I have peasants and I run the kingdom, I actually mean it. I actually mean it. When I say I'm parked, I actually mean it. This is the difference. This is the difference. Because I'm pretty sure about 4 days ago, the stars were aligning. About 4 days ago. That's what's so funny about this game. I spoke to my good friend Deji, and even he was losing faith. They were all losing faith in me. They weren't sure if I had the minerals. They weren't sure if I had it in me. Pause. You know what I'm saying? But I said to the Tottenham fans, I said to the Yiddos, do you want your ops done by one bullet to the head? Or do you want death by 1,000 cuts? So we drew against Nottingham Forest. We drew against Flawless. We drew against Newcastle. We drew against Villa. We even drew against Everton. Gave them their little man happy ending. You know what I'm saying? Little happy, you know what I'm saying? Pause. You know what I'm saying? Death by 1,000 cuts. We wanted to give Arsenal a little bit of hope. Might even do it again against Newcastle. We've got them on Wednesday. Might do it again against Newcastle. Just to make you guys feel like there is an ounce.
No. Please win. Please win.
So, again, I'm just here doing my job. There's a lot of Arsenal fans. Again, guys, I really want you guys to check the comment section for most of the shows this season and for the shows in the summer. And go back on the TikTok in the summer and you'll see the reason why I'm such an arsehole. The reason why I'm so annoying, so unbearable that I go on these monologues. How about this? There are Liverpool fans out there that don't even like me. How about that? There are Liverpool fans that don't even like the way I go on because they feel like they're going to be responsible for the shit that I talk. Well, I talk this shit for a reason. I run this shit. This is my kingdom. And any Arsenal fan out there, you are the bastard son of this kingdom. You were never in line for the throne, but you were led to think you had this divine right to the throne, which you don't. And you haven't, nor will you. 20 years and counting. 20 years for Arsenal, 20 times for Liverpool. But I'm great. I'm great. You know, apologies that I wasn't there on Friday. You know, I would have loved to hear the shit that people, what the man were speaking. You know, chat, if anyone does feel obliged to let me know what was said, because I didn't actually catch many bits of the show. So if anything was said about me, do please let me know. My email is there, my channel is there, you guys know my socials. Let me know what was said, and I will use those as case studies to attack the man them. I don't want to have to attack the man them. I'm a good king. I'm a good king, and I spend time with my townsfolk. I spend time. And there will be meetings every Monday and Friday to discuss how we want this kingdom to be ran under my reign, of course. As I said, I'm a good king. I'm a good king, and I listen to the people, the townsfolk, the gestures, you know, the ones that don't work, the ones that can't afford to read and write. I'm there for everyone. For those who can't read and write, like the Man United fans and the Spurs fans. For the working folk like Lewis, and for the slightly upper tier fans like Troops and Co, who have life a little bit better. I stand for all of you. You know, just listen to what I say. Don't speak when I speak. And then we carry on. So listen, I'm feeling great. I hope the families of you guys are good as well. Let me know how the families are doing. And yeah, you muggles can speak about what you want to speak about now. I'm done now.
Flawless. You managed to scam yourself a draw on the weekend. And the sighting was moving crazy on the high road in Ipswich.
Yep. We did. We managed to scam a draw. Obviously, we'll talk about it in the morning in the Manchester United section, but pretty much the only positive to take from the game is the point. That's legit. I ain't got really too much else to say in regards to it. But I hope everyone's blessed, though. You know what I'm saying? Hope all the man are blessed. Hope everyone's good in the chat as well, man. Make sure you run up the likes and hit the subscribe button on the channel. Make sure you do so. That's pretty much it.
Lewis. Massive crash out from you this weekend. You understand? We saw the hair in all its glory as your capitulation continues.
Yeah. It's just great to be here, isn't it? But yeah. Big up everybody. All of that. They don't really have a lot of words for these fuckers, so just keep it going. But it's just good to be here and all of that.
I done you the favor. You didn't take advantage of it.
I know everybody did us favors this weekend while we shoot ourselves in the foot again. Typical fucking Chelsea. Fucking shit club.
We'll speak about that, don't worry.
Yeah, but we're only third in the section. Thank God.
Big up comical Ali every time. He says it feels like the war is lost for troops. Sadly, as the Hammers roasted the Italian cauliflower. And MLS goes from hero to villain. Once singing, ain't no stopping us now.
Correct.
Congratulations, man. Congratulations.
I appreciate it. There'll be bread and water sent to your families. I appreciate it.
Thank you. I haven't eaten since the Villa game.
I understand.
That's really needed.
Don't worry. We got you.
And then he says, flawless save by VAR. Was it a penalty? Going down the escalator. Lewis, as Palmer has been ghosting, to be honest. What's going on?
To be fair, the weather has gone up in England over the weekend. I don't know if you guys have noticed, but it's actually been a warmer weekend than usual in the winter. So I think that's played a part. But yeah, utter garbage. Utter fucking garbage.
And yeah, comical Ali, it was a penalty, yes. But blame Ashley Young for going down so theatrically. Just hit the deck, and it probably gets given. But because he hit the deck in the manner in which he hit the deck, That's why it wasn't given. He didn't need to do all. Ashley Young's smarter than that. He didn't need to do all that. But despite how he hit the deck, yes, it still was a penalty.
This is why I rate the honesty. This is why I rate the honesty. I honestly rate your honesty. You know what? Someone get some ale for my good friend Flawless, please, because he genuinely like there isn't a lot of people that there's so many Man United fans that have gone. What if it was someone else? It would have. You know what I'm saying? Like
it was a penalty.
Just be straightforward.
It was a penalty.
Bro,
like,
if you're pulling a player's shirt in the box when you're racing to the ball, you're just asking for trouble. You're giving a decision.
Yes.
You're giving the ref a decision to be made. If Ashley Young, as I said, he just didn't have to do the mad thing. Like.
Yeah, his legs didn't. The way his legs have jumped, like you didn't need to do all that. Just crumble. Just hit the deck normally, and then you give the referee a VAR. No excuse. However, on the flip side, if that's down the other end, and that's one of our players, and that is not given, I am going crazy at that time. So it's a pen, 100%.
We got Raymond. Says, do you think the Cronkies care about a title or P&L? They don't give a shit about nothing unless we drop out of top 4, mate. And then they'll start taking notice. Stop the cross, blood. In the face of doubt, let's not be at a loss.
I can't believe you did it again, by the way.
Well. We'll find our way forward and stop the cross. By the way, Arsenal did not stop the cross.
Troops, you gotta put that on a mug, by the way. Gotta throw that on a mug. I'll buy one.
Cross. Definitely.
They gotta stop the cross every time, blood. Big up Sing G. He says, we ain't played anyone yet. 20 times 6. Baddest club.
Oh. Forgot about that. Yeah, you guys ain't played anyone yet.
And then Sing G says, can't wait for the guard of honor from us. Hi ho.
Oh boy.
We got Fats every time. He says, I'm tired of the month of February. Pile of shit. Get me to March. Ramadan. Inshallah.
Yeah, get me to March. 1 month closer to the summer.
Troy's birthday month, I hear it.
Chels.
Big up Sanchit. It says, will you swap Saliba and cash for Rodrigo from Madrid? If that's what they offer, I'm taking it.
I will also swap French centre-back from my club and money for Rodrigo.
Big up Fats again. He says, don't worry, troops. You're not the only one that don't stop the cross. Look at us as well. So, yeah, man, I'm tired of this month. Lewis might be right. I might actually have to do this stop the cross thing, blood.
Troops, remember that video I sent you yesterday? That's both of our clubs.
Big man thing. I wish I could drop it, but boy.
Yeah, no.
It's mud. Big up man like Billy. He said, yes, the lads. Summer away day yesterday. Months, I told you about Big Dom. Big game. Sorry, big Dom, bro. Big player for us. He knows scrub. Pride only hurts, brother. Let it go.
Hey, man, listen, he done his thing. No bad words for Dom today. He done his thing. Doesn't mean
I'm glad you got to enjoy City away too. Everybody does, except my fucking club. So I'm glad you enjoyed it.
Arsenal didn't enjoy it. They didn't enjoy City away.
No, they got a draw. They celebrate that like a victory.
I don't. They got Spencer. Man, like he says, flawless. Why were you arguing with troops about Rice being £100 million player early this year? Like every Arsenal argument, you could have just waited.
Of course, Spencer, you're 110%. Could have easily just waited. However, we're here to have these conversations because we got to make content. But it's like, and I've said this before, Rice is a good player. Rice is a very good player at his very best. But £100 million? No, he's not a £100 million player. There's better players than him. I don't think are £100 million who play central midfield. So, like, and as you're seeing it now.
Shout over price.
Big up man like Roel. He said, Monts, I am here, bro. Do they still have the Mr. Kipling Angel Slice in the UK? Yeah, troops, run me that. Send it to Boston, MA, aka Massachusetts.
You never walk alone.
Monts Cook.
Listen. I need to see man writing some shit down. Because there's a lot of requests in the comments. There's a lot of requests. So we'll let you finish super chats first.
Big up OBN. Troops, I want wings and chips from the shop, please. And get off your ass and fucking get it.
All right, guys, super chat anything you need from the shop today. Absolutely anything, whether it's a Luco, Skittles, cigarettes. I don't really promote that thing, but you get it. Anything you lot need to better your day, KA, you know what I'm saying? As I said, Mr. Kipling, Dairy Milk, Galaxy, Space Invade, the crisps. You know, you don't know what the crisps are called. The alien things, Monster Munch, that's the one it's called. Sensations, Walkers, anything you lot want, even for you vapors out there, anything you lot want, super chat that, and then you get it. We'll sort something out and trust me, the man them will be writing some shit down. That's for the chat.
Big up Kamal. He says, Lewis, what do you think of CB versus Jimmy debate?
Shout out the pair of them. I really needed that after the way that Villa game ended. Like it genuinely helped me get part of myself over that game. And yeah, big up to both of them. Big up to both of them. Proper champs.
Found it hilarious myself. Big up Roel again. He says, I have been waiting for this show all day.
You never walk alone.
Big up Fats again. He says, no mustard, no nothing. Fuck February. The game. This week, tasty though in the north. NW6. Why is he in Kilburn? What's going on?
Sure, might be meeting a goal. Who knows?
Yeah, I was gonna say the exact same thing. That's Gyal settings. Yeah, I was saying 100%. Not a Gyal. That's what that is.
Wait, Fat said it. That's super jazz.
Man like God. Big up yourself, blood. He says, they say Liverpool are just lucky with injuries. I say it's your manager's fault for your injuries. Never resting or rotating players. Even Salah came off versus City. In the words of Roots Maneuver, witness the fitness.
Shout out God.
That's a big tune as well. We got Fats again. He says, no, I wasn't referring to Spurs versus City. Shootout, though. Coventry City. Frank James Lampard, OBE, will be back in the Premier League. Speak soon.
Calm, man. Big up Coventry. Hope the best for you guys.
Man said Coventry. This guy.
This one as well. Crazy.
Big up man like C. Big up C, blood. He says, as a Chelsea fan, I'm not even looking forward to the season ending because the same
Sporting directors.
I got it. Yeah, see, I got it. I was like, sporting directors are gonna splash money on another 16-year-old.
Yeah, but see, think of the 5 million loan fee we're gonna get from that. That means profit on the books. Who cares about this trophies when we get fucking loan fees? Big up, C, man. Big up, bro. You're not wrong.
Big up Comedy Bros. He says, shout out to everyone of y'all except Troops.
Right, what did you do to Comedy Bros, Troops?
He said he lipped 7 girls, bruv. I said, wow. I smashed 7 girls in a month when I was like his age, bruv. Like, I don't know how he's trying to compete, bruv. And he's been in this feeling since then. Like, he thought him lipsing 7 chicks would be like, oh my God. But it's like,
how old is he though?
Brother, he's obviously of age.
Yeah, but if he's like 18, that's a big thing for him. That could be that 18.
That's not a big thing, bro. But
no, maybe not for you because you was clearly, active.
Big up Bat. He says, not defeat hurts. Could have gone for golden.
No, I hear it, but I'm actually down for another club overtaking the Invincibles points tally. Long game.
Big up my guy Rex. He says, big up you guys and congrats to Liverpool on winning the league. Hashtag Arteta out. Come on,
Yep.
Rex. Big up yourself every time, man. Big up Abdallah, not Abdullah. He says, brother Monts, when can we sit down and have a word about a certain number 19? All the hype, but no real effectiveness. Also, hashtag players out before Maresca.
I'm willing to have a conversation about Jadon
Hear it.
Sancho when you're willing to have a conversation about Cole Palmer and Neto and Noni.
Oh, it's R19.
Yeah, not mine.
Oh, I thought something about
My 19 is Trossard. Like, there ain't no conversation about Trossard.
I said words about. I don't even remember what he did off the bench, to be honest. But yeah,
Bro came off the bench and man still has number 19 in his face, but he still doesn't want to talk about, Lincoln
Cole
vibes.
Palmer. No. We'll talk about Palmer. Yeah, we'll talk.
We're gonna talk.
Big up Inez.
Yeah, don't worry, man. We're going to be on the same energy anyway, so it's all good.
Big up Inez. He says 2 snow bunnies, please, from the shop months. I think you should be asking Flawless that, mate.
Yeah. No, we'll sort out. We'll get that sorted.
Yeah, what shop is selling snow bunnies? That's what I want to know.
Look at what he's like. I'm trying to see where that be. Look.
Like Flawless, we'll go Amsterdam.
See where that be.
Yeah, I'm shopping in the wrong places, clearly. You know what I'm saying? I didn't know this. This is news to me.
Look at this
News
guy,
to
bro.
me.
Look at his
Flawless,
face.
we'll go
You're
down,
more
man.
happy than I was when I found out Liverpool drew PSG, blood. Yeah? Because I'm going to go see that away game. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, yeah.
I'll tell you that.
Works for you, doesn't it?
Yeah, he gonna be all up in that. Big up J100.
Yeah.
He says Liverpool won at Etihad. Jones and Sobo up top, mocking it. Big up Fran. It says, big up the boys. Is this season from Salah on course to be the best individual ever in the Premier League?
Yes.
No.
Stats wise, yes.
Yeah.
Big up Fats again. He says,
still needs to do more. He still needs to do more. But yeah.
he says, Mont, Stella Artois, Marlboro Gold, and Cheetos.
Stella. Hey Lewis, where's the picture with the beat up vest?
Oh
He's
yeah,
on the
well,
WB blood.
leave
He's
that
on the
back.
the WBs. Fam.
That's the WB vest, man. That's
Yeah,
crazy. Bro.
It's mad.
Where is it?
Big up Tony. He says big clubs don't keep managers who don't win titles. Big up Amma. Big up Amir. He says set piece goal ended Arsenal's title challenge. The irony. We weren't a set piece goal. So don't know what you're on about.
Chelsea.
Unless you mean the Liverpool first goal. Then yeah. But big up Minoda. He says, please send me Arteta phase 6 and slot 2.
You never walk alone.
We got Fats again. He said, so question to Flawless. Which game are you watching on Wednesday? Your game or the other?
Of course, Manchester United. Come on now. United are playing. I'm watching Manchester United, unfortunately.
Big up Jun. He says, Lewis, I thought we hired that rugby guy for winning mentality. We are getting catfished everywhere. If we lose the next game, our fans will lose their shit.
I already said, I dare you, man. Don't bring me 6 points out of the next 2 games. I dare you lot. And the saddest thing is, they'll probably take me up on it on one of those games. Maybe both.
Big up Black Panther. He says, hello from Eritrea, Africa.
East African King, my G.
We should just focus on UCL and next season focus on get new winger and striker. Yo, big up Lewis's posse every time, blood. You understand? And yeah, totally. At this point, we might as well. You get me? You're totally right, blood. Big up Abdallah, not Abdullah. He said, Number 7 is League 2 level. Noni is low hanging fruit because we know he's average. And Palmer has been atrocious recently. Now let's talk on 19, bro. It's going to kick off in the Chelsea section, boy. Jesus Christ. Keep slapping them likes, chat. And obviously, big up Saeed on the raid, blood. You get me? I'm hearing we got
Shout out
raided
to
by...
Saeed.
Shout out
Hearing we
Saeed.
got raided by the bro, blood.
I
So
wonder why I
big
didn't
up,
call my phone this time. Anyway.
big up the bro every time, blood. You get me? Let's keep getting them likes up as well, chat. You understand? Months. You broke the curse, blood.
Yeah. 10 years. And that's King, by the way, but that's fine. Monts will do for today. Yeah, man. Listen. Haaland was injured. So we thought, you know what? We won't play our striker either. You know? I thought we'd make it like a fair game. You know when you play little bro and you're just like, you know what? Like, cool. If you're not gonna play our best player, like if you're not gonna play a striker, sorry, we won't play ours. You know, we'll try and even out the playing fields, and that's what we did. And they were like that game could have gone on for 2 weeks and they still wouldn't have scored a goal. Did anyone here think City were ever gonna score a goal?
No, without Haaland, they're toothless going forward. It's crazy.
Absolutely toothless. Absolutely toothless. And obviously, we're gonna start with the elephant in the room. Mo Salah, 41 goals and assists, and we're in February.
And that's just the Premier League.
That's just the Premier League, by the way. Yeah.
Is it 51?
51
all
in all comps. 51 in all comps, 30 goals, 21 assists.
Yeah, that's mad.
In 39 games. Yeah, it just goes back to my question. And you know, I just find it so hilarious that we had that all-timer conversation. We went through that list of all-timers that are better than Salah. I'm pretty sure he heard it. Just like how Soboslai heard me in the week, I'm pretty sure Salah must have heard. Salah definitely watched back again. He watched back again. You know what I'm saying? Or someone in the change rooms, I might know. He's probably gone, hey, yo, Mo, look at this. Hey, Mo, look at this. Hey, Mo, pre what these men are saying about you. Know, look at this list of names. Easily. And as I said, I always, you know me, my number one saying is always like, what were you lot's goats doing at 32, going on 33? Like, what were they really doing? Because they weren't doing this. You know what I'm saying? Like, and if your goat was doing things at 32, 33, then you won't take offense to this. You know what I'm saying? You will naturally won't take offense. But if your goat at this age was retired, eating burgers, getting the boss box from GDK, you know what I'm saying? Doing all of that stuff, playing in Saudi, playing in China, you know what I'm saying? Playing in, you know, going to the MLS, then obviously, of course, you will take offense to this. But the bottom line is, barely anyone at 32 is doing what Salah is doing. We keep talking about all he does is this, all he does is that. But then he scored, he scores again, he assists again, and he is inevitable. He's on course to 70 goals and assists this season if he continues like this. He's on course to 70 goals and assists. I'm pretty sure the highest goals and assists in the Premier League is 57 by Shearer and Andy Cole. I believe it's Andy Cole and Shearer that hold the record. Salah's not far off. So I remember there were 42 games in the Prem them days. So don't let Salah break that record. You know, if he wins the Ballon d'Or, breaks Henry's record, you know, wins the Premier League. If he wins the Premier Champs, gets the Ballon d'Or, breaks Henry's record. Wait, it's 47. Wait, the highest GA is 47 ever in the Premier League. Forget that record. It's done already. It's done already. It's done. You need 6 more GA to be. Yeah, that record's done. Yeah, that record's done. Yeah, if he beats Henry's record, gets 6 more GA. If he wins the Champions League and the Premier League, I don't know. I don't think he'll do both. But if he wins the Premier League and wins maybe the Carabao, and gets that Ballon d'Or, then serious conversations about the best individual season is going to have to be had. serious conversations. Serious conversations. And there's nothing any of you lot can say about it. I don't care when you was born. I don't give a fuck who you are.
Nothing.
I don't give a fuck how old anyone is, what you've seen, how you've seen it. Numbers don't lie. Yeah, we can talk about who's the better technical footballer. I'll concede those arguments all day long. But if we're talking about best individual seasons, accolades matter. What makes Ronaldo undisputed number one? Everything, including the accolades and the sport and that Ballon d'Or as well. That's why I don't argue with Flawless when he says number one. Notice that. I'll have the Hazard argument all day. I don't argue with Flawless when he says number one with CR7. I don't argue. I don't make that argument. Fair enough, Flawless. I didn't argue. Flawless, when you said Cristiano, I've not argued. I've never argued.
Yeah, we don't debate. Yeah, you're right.
But let Salah get that Ballon d'Or, and if he wins that Champs and Prem with all the numbers, there's conversations in it. There's conversations that people will not want to have. You know what I'm saying? And it's even better of a conversation because the fact that he's not taking on 50 players a game. You know what I'm saying? And do it the way that I like to be seen. I like the way to see players do it. So for me, you lot can have your goats or whatever. But bro, as I said, Salah, if he continues the way he's continuing, because it's only February, doesn't have long. Listen, man, it's going to be very, very, very uncomfortable. Certified telling someone no one's fighting back, bro. Because man them can't fight back. Don't let this man win the Ballon d'Or.
What's there to fight back about when Salah's on smoke? You know what I'm saying?
This is my point.
And Ron's already said that he's using a technical argument with Hazard, so I don't care. I got what I wanted.
Everyone's that's the thing. Everyone's like, for me, everyone knows that my actual opinions on who is superior technically in these things here. But my point is that in terms of these type of legacies, bro, man can have that argument, bro. Man can have that argument. At the end of the day, if any of your players, if Bukayo Saka was doing this for 7-8 years, if any of your players were doing this, I'd sit there and shut my mouth, bro. I'll sit there and be quiet because there's nothing I can say about a man that has 41 goals and assists in February. Harry Kane won the highest assist and goal scorer. He stood there with both of them in his hand. Man beat that in January. What are we doing? Do you know how insane that is? Man are beating all-timers, best seasons in the Prem halfway through the season. Do you know how insane that is? Man aren't understanding it. Man aren't really deep in it. And you lot are going to have to sit there and listen to Mo Salah prop every time we do this show. Every time. You're going to have to sit there and listen to it. Because next goal, you're going to see Mo Salah goal and Mo Salah assist. Man have the absolute cheek when he went 2 to 3 games without scoring to call him a scrub. The absolute cheek. The cheek of it. Man, them would do. I know man that would do nasty things. Mad shit just to have Mo Salah, bro. Mad things, bro. And because if you're not a Liverpool fan, you're going to think, Monts is going on a monologue again. Monts is ranting again. Rare, tear. Yeah, you sit and listen to it. Sit down, shut up and listen to it. Because if it was your player, you'd be like, oh my God, preach. Oh, Monts, preach. Keep talking. Hey, Monts, talk that talk. Talk that talk.
Hear it, man. Proper Chelsea.
You know what I'm saying? Hey, listen. Hey, Chelsea. Run that one. You know what I'm saying? Come on. Chelsea fans, I don't know why you're against me on this one. You might should be joining in. You got part ownership. It might only be like 4%, but you lot got part ownership. So we're linked. We're linked on this.
A goal against Arsenal for us too.
He's got a Premier League for Chelsea. We are linked. We are linked. Yeah, I'm saying we're linked. There never had to be any beef. Never had to be. You see it.
That's why I say Salah beefs with Ronaldo on the right. We'll beef with Giggs and Perez on the left. Perez on the left.
As I said. So for me, shout out Mo Salah, man. Inevitability, another big 6 bully. You know what I'm saying? I know Troops usually has a bag of stats. He probably has them ready to go after I finish monologuing anyway. But yeah, Salah, as I said, most goals with a goal and assist, 42 now. Second place of Rooney, 35. Them things there. You know what I'm saying? Salah averages 1.5 goals a game this season. Jack Grealish has 1 goal this season. You know, it's disgusting. And next one I want to talk about was Szoboszlai. Very critical of him this season for most of his Liverpool career. I believe he hasn't been good enough since we signed him and for the price tag, but he was absolutely brilliant yesterday. Absolutely brilliant. And that is what I need. When I go in on a player because they haven't been playing at the level, because I will not lower my level just because a player is not performing the way I want them to. I will not lower my expectations. It does not happen. So for me, big props for Dominic Szoboszlai. His decision making hasn't been good enough for me. You know what I'm saying? Hasn't been good enough. But today, absolutely brilliant in the decision making, and that is what I need from a 10. You can do the running. You know what I'm saying? I'm pretty sure I've had this conversation with Flawless before. Why do man them champion players for running around? The second you sign for my club, you must die for this badge. You must be willing to die for this badge. The second you sign for my club, I'm pretty sure that goes for Troops, that goes for Lewis, that goes for everyone. When it comes to a player that signs for your club, you see what I'm saying? So I don't champion man for doing all that running, but what I do champion man is for doing what they need to do in their position. And as a 10, your decision making needs to be on point. And well done, you know what I'm saying? So massive props for Szoboszlai. A big argument for being man of the match, and I hear it, bro. I need more of that going forward, and I want him to continue that. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, that's it. And Van Dijk, never compare that French baddie to Van Dijk ever again. Ever again. You know what I'm saying? I don't want to hear it. I've had man them trying to tell me that Saliba's been having a better season than Van Dijk this year. On what planet? On what planet? What planet? You look, man, I must be chilling on Mars or something. I don't get it. This guy is another all-timer. Another all-timer. Like, how the hell do you get better with age? Like the way he is crazy to me. It's crazy. We are witnessing greatness from Van Dijk, but people just want to poke holes because of their tribalism. We're witnessing greatness here. So when it comes to that French baddie, you know what I'm saying, and that Brazilian with his veneers, you know what I'm saying, please keep them in a separate conversation. You know what I'm saying? You argue with Konate. Saliba and Gabriel, you're in a conversation with Konate. You're not in a conversation with Van Dijk. You're not. So please stop the embarrassment. Do you know what I'm saying? Stop forcing the comparisons. It's not worth it. Please, for the life of me. It just doesn't need to be that. As I said, it doesn't need to be that. So yeah, I just wanted to that part on VVD. And as for Man City, clean sheets back to back, first win they had in 10 years. I can't complain. So, 11 points clear. There could have been a situation where if Arsenal beat West Ham and we lost to Man City, Arsenal could have been within reach of 2 points if they won their game in hand, because we would have played an extra game. So that could have gone from a potential 2 and it's gone back up to a potential 8 and currently 11 right now with Nottingham Forest to play for Arsenal. So I can understand why Troops is so angry at his club, because we've given them chance after chance to close the gap. They've not taken it. I told man that they were shit against Leicester, but no, not shit. They weren't good enough against Leicester, but a brace from Marino clearly had man comparing him to guys like Fellaini. That's a disrespect to Fellaini. It's a disrespect. You know what I'm saying? So as I said, you lot aren't going to like me for a long time. If you didn't like me now, you're not going to like me going forward. I'll tell you that right now. So all of you lot in the chat talking shit and saying, oh, he's doing this or doing that, just shut the fuck up and fetch my ale, man. I'm tired. Shut the fuck up. Just hold that and relax. 20 years about a Prem. Crazy to me. It's crazy. It's crazy. Anyway, you lot can go. No?
Anyone want to start?
No?
Let me ask you one question, Muds. Was you surprised by how comfortable the victory was against City?
Yes. Yeah.
Okay. All right. That's all I wanted to know.
I just thought like they'd have a little bit of pride about them. Yes. Have a little pride about them to go, you know what? We've took five prems off them. Let's take another kind of thing. Yeah, like I would have thought like a little something.
Yeah. Like I knew that. I knew it'd be much more comfortable for you, like when I heard Haaland was in the squad. But
yeah,
still,
same.
That was with ease. I thought
that's why they didn't have to do too much. They just had to make sure that they were compact defensively. And
for all the criticism Haaland receives about his overall game, you see what he adds.
Yeah,
you see what it's like when he's not there. Sorry, go on.
Because I'm saying because we didn't start Jota, so I was thinking, not starting Jota. That what we doing here? We got 2 attackers. We started with 2 attackers, bro.
City always gonna give you chances though. If you just run hard, You just run hard and run forward, and obviously you got Mo Salah as well, who's quality, in particular for the second goal as well, the turn and the pass when he went past Vardio. But City always gonna give you chances. Just run hard. That's legit. You just have to run hard and you'll get chances. Like you said, that's why
Make
so many
sure you're
people
good defensively. Like, that
Yeah.
was a professional performance. They could have just gone gung ho and had
but
like a
honestly,
5-4 goal swing. It was
I
like,
gave
nah,
you
let's
the ball.
get our goals, make sure they're not in a position to do anything, and hit them on the counter when we have the opportunity to, and just worked. It worked easily. They didn't have to get out of first gear for that win.
Facts. And you lot gave him the ball
That's
as
what
well.
surprised me. Like, I can't remember. Like, we ain't Lil Broed Man City like that. Obviously, cool, we Lil Broed them in Anfield, innit? But we ain't Lil Broed them like that in a while. Even when we'd already won the league and they gave us the Guard of Honor, they smacked us 5-0.
Yeah.
They smacked us 5-0.
Yeah, that was
Even though
after
the
you
players
had won the league. Yeah.
it was when we won the league. So obviously, I'm not saying, like, for me, as I said, I've been saying since November that Liverpool are going to win the league. You know what I'm saying? Obviously, a lot can happen. There's still 11 games to play. But right now, there's no excuse not to win the league. There's no excuse. So, yeah, man, like, Diaz wasn't even very good. So we literally just had Mo Salah. And that was enough, innit? But you know Salah's cash money against the Big Six side. Like, literally cash money. It's just called X Factor. Sometimes you need a little bit of X Factor, right decision making. And Pep's a scam artist. It's a scam artist. This season, anyways. Man, were telling me Baby Rodri about Nico Gonzalez. Baby Rodri.
Yeah,
Have some flipping respect,
that's
man.
crazy.
Have some respect. These guys are in a bad place. Savini, like, listen, and don't get me wrong, Doku done up Trent bare times. But I genuinely believe that Slot had a game plan and was like, bro, let these men have the ball. There's no Haaland. Let them have the ball.
That was
They're
it.
not.
Doku out there.
Why you gotta let Doku? You can let Doku beat players 1v1 as long as you don't give him the option to create to anybody. Man,
Because
he's gonna do
Doku does that to everyone. Trent's not that good anyway defensively, but Doku does that to everyone.
Yeah, Doku ain't creating nothing. He out there playing hit the first man challenge. That's him.
Yeah, like
15
bro,
out, I think it was 15 out of 60 dribbles completed.
Yeah,
Zero
that's
crosses completed.
That's his thing. Like, bro, you know Doku smokes his first man every time, innit? Like, most times he plays.
No one's been smoked like that.
Yeah, like, do you know what I'm saying? But at the end of the day, nothing was coming from that. You see what I'm saying? Doku gave Trent a hard time in the reverse fixture. I don't know if people remember. In the reverse fixture, he gave him a hard time. You know what I'm saying? But as much as that even happened, like, again, we have two centre backs that can take care of that. The midfielders take care of that. We knew it was going to be a problem. Andy Robertson got beat up just as Andy Robertson got beat up bad as well, quite a lot. Like, Savinho was moving mad, but same again. No end product. Same again. Absolute dire end product. There you go. 0 out of 5 crosses completed, 2 chances created. Look at that. You know what I'm saying? It's giving Adama vibes. You see it? Savinho was the same. Because he's Brazilian and got flair, people won't talk about it as much. Is it a colour thing, Robbie? You know what I'm saying? Is it a colour thing? Savinho, anyway, but I won't get into it. But yeah, as I said, but Trent also had a hand in the second goal, you know, and he was very good on the ball as well, and he was brilliant going forward. So, but yeah, but he did get twisted a lot. He got twisted up, man. But in the end, it didn't really amount to anything. As I said, I'm pretty sure I saw KDB and GDK ordering the boss box the other day. You know,
he's finished.
Finished.
Yeah, he's
finished. You see when he tried to wind up that shot and hit my window. Man done a 1-2 with the moon.
He said his hamstring is gone.
When? Oh, after the game. When? What did he say?
When he was talking about his injury.
Yeah, he's done.
What was that, after the game, or was it just like in a quote, kind of like a quote, just kind of?
I'm quoting.
It's crazy. It's crazy. I don't know, man. Man City are. I don't know if anyone thinks they still.
What's the target for Liverpool? Treble, double? Because you're in the Carabao Cup final.
Minimum Premier League at an absolute minimum for me. I think the Carabao Cup and the Champions League are bonuses. I can already see that Liverpool are slowing down. at the moment. As much as we're better than everyone else, listen. As much as there's an argument for everyone else being shit, that is a valid argument that the Premier League level has dropped in terms of the top teams. I'm not saying Liverpool only win the league because everyone's shit. That's not what I'm saying. But what I'm saying is that the argument is correct on both sides.
There's been a drop off on a few teams.
There's been a drop off.
City dropped, we dropped.
Exactly, but there's also Liverpool. We're still on course. We're still on course for 90 plus points in the Prem. So
91 though.
If we win the rest of our games, we get 97. But we won't win the rest.
Yeah, 97.
So that's why I said I've got to say I'll keep it balanced. I say 90 points. We're still on course for 90 points. If you're getting 90 points in the Prem, more time that should win you the league, innit? Or at least, you know what I'm saying? So when people say Liverpool are winning because everyone else is shit, I also don't believe that at the same time, because it's like, well, we're on course for 90 points anyway. So, you know, and also the mid-6 teams are a lot better than what they were in previous seasons. I'm talking about the Bournemouths. I'm talking about the Fulhams. I'm talking about the Nottingham Forests, the Newcastles. Those guys are better than they were in the previous years. So to actually get points outside of the big 6 fixtures, I think is actually harder right now. It's harder to beat the Newcastles. You know what I'm saying? Going away to Nottingham Forest that's a mad thing. No one's trying to do that. Certain men aren't even trying to go away to Bournemouth in that. That's dead. Going away to Bournemouth at this moment in time. You know what I'm saying? So I understand that the top teams are falling off, but the middle teams are a lot harder to beat this year. So that's why, listen, at the end of the day, if you win the Premier League, no one cares how you win it, innit? Your name's just on the back of the Premier League. You know, no one's going to remember, Arsenal were rubbish that year or City were rubbish that year. No one's going to, I won't care about that. I don't know. Like, if Arsenal came back and closed the gap and won this Premier League, would you be talking about how City have dropped off? Or would you just be flashing your Premier League at everyone? You know what I'm saying?
Be saying Liverpool bottled it, innit? Look at the only one time has this points differential been run down, and that was us in 97, 98 when we run down them.
Yeah.
And look who we had in that team. We had Anelka, Wright, Bergkamp, Overmars, Petit, Vieira, a young Parler, David Platt, Keown, Adams, Winterburn, Bold, Dixon, Seaman in goal.
Speaking of Petit, he was actually singing his praises of Mo Salah. So saying he's one of the best Premier League players ever to grace the Premier League, which is nice. You know, a lot of people say legends don't rate Mo Salah, but you know, it was nice. You know what I'm saying? TT, shout out the GOAT. You know what I'm saying? Had a lot to say about Mo Salah as well. You know? So
Does Mo Salah get the Ballon d'Or this year?
Unfortunately,
Jamie Carragher said that the AFCON is not a major trophy.
Yeah, that what idiotic statement.
Yeah, like I don't even want to. Yeah.
Why did Jamie Carragher hate Mo Salah? What did Mo Salah do to Jamie Carragher? Did he not send him a time?
Man's just riding the train, the Mo Salah controversial train for I don't know what it is. He rate. Trust me, he actually does rate Mo Salah. He proper rates Mo Salah.
You know what I think it is? I think he looks at AFCON that's cost Liverpool. That's what it is.
Yeah.
That's where I think it genuinely.
Both Mane and Salah gone for a month. I hear it.
In his eyes, from a Liverpool fan perspective, has cost Liverpool. Because there's times they've been in title races.
Didn't Klopp say something a bit crazy about it too?
And you lose them both.
Didn't he try to say he wanted it moved till the end of that summer or something?
Yeah, but the only thing is, if you go play football in Africa in the summer, then everyone's just gonna die.
Exactly.
Yeah.
That's why they moved the World Cup in Qatar to December.
Yeah, exactly. So, as I said, it's cool because, as I said, Sturridge and Sturridge and Richards put him in his place, innit? Do you know what I'm saying? Like, obviously, everyone has their opinion.
If you're saying AFCON's not a major, then the Euros is not a major.
Yeah, or the Copa America. But then there's people you don't think. But there's also people think that is it Copa America that's called Copa America? Yeah. There's people that don't rate the Copa America out there as well. So you know what I'm saying?
These times that tournament has probably the most World Cup winners.
Well, if you don't rate those European competitions, why do you rate the club ones?
No, you get it, bro. It is what it is, isn't it? But away from obviously what Jamie Carragher was saying, I was just saying separately. I think that I think that I don't think he hates Mo Salah, innit? I don't think he hates him or anything like that. He rates him, but he's just got too much. you just got too much to say about it sometimes, and that's probably all it is.
For a player that plays for Liverpool as well.
Yeah, and also you got to remember,
because he looks at it
you know,
like it's cost Liverpool. That's where I genuinely think it comes from.
It's not just the
Yeah.
AFCON, but you also have to remember that, like, bro, like Salah, people are having that Gerrard Salah conversation. And that's his good friend that he had to play in with a team for how many years. People are forgetting that. Like,
Yeah,
especially the younger,
but there was conversations about Henry and Wright when Henry was starting to surpass Wright, and you never saw Bergkamp, who was Wright's boy, say that yo, Wright was the guy, because honestly, he looked at it and he said,
wasn't a pundit though.
Oh.
But he wasn't a pundit. He wasn't a pundit though, like the way Jamie Carragher is, in it. So everything Jamie Carragher is saying is pretty much being
all right. Even Smudger, Alan Smith, he played with Ian Wright. He won trophies with Ian Wright. They was a strike partnership. Kevin Campbell, another one.
I'm not saying this. I'm not saying this all right. I'm saying these are probably the reasons in his head. Maybe I don't know. Like this, it's like the subliminal thing. I don't know, because I still, for me, Gerrard will still be number one for me. But I'd be dumb to say that if.
For me, Salah can't touch Gerrard, by the way, because what Gerrard did, I don't think a lot of players can do that, because he was surrounded by shit, like absolute shit, and he dragged that shit, and he literally turned wine. He turned water into wine.
And exactly, but that's the thing where I say that for me, Gerrard will always be number one. It's just that the younger generation are gonna have an argument to maybe dispel that. They're gonna it's eras, in it. You know what I'm saying? And the bottom line is, Salah has accomplished things that Gerrard hasn't, and I think the media are going to play on that. Even though for me, Gerrard can't be touched, like you said. So it's one of those ones. As I said, for me, you just enjoy them both. You know, you speak about them both in high. You don't need to always rank these players. And I don't know. I just think that the AFCON thing was uncalled for. Very much uncalled for.
It was a low blow.
Yeah, it was a low blow, and I don't think Salah really cares too much at this point, anyways. But in terms of the Ballon d'Or, even if Salah wins the Carabao in the league and gets 70 or GA, I do that Champions League will be very pivotal.
If there's not an international tournament, you have to win Champions League in that season to win the Ballon d'Or.
Yeah, Owen won the Ballon d'Or, so you know what I'm saying. So,
but that was a different era, innit? Like nowadays, it's more. You understand?
Well,
it's more.
Rodri won it, and City didn't win the.
No, but that's what I'm saying. Rodri won the Euros.
Yeah, exactly. No, that's true.
So
I feel like, as I said, Salah isn't his name isn't Saladinho. Or Salah Papa.
But George Weah won it as well, blood. Yeah, I mean, Libyan legend.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying.
His nephew played for my club, won the double, Christopher Ray.
You know what I'm saying? No, shout out that. I hope he does win the Ballon d'Or. I think.
I know I did, Christopher Ray.
You know what's funny though? People say this, yeah, but Real Madrid aren't even a guarantee to win the La Liga this season. Barcelona are currently top, 5 wins in 5 games. Atletico Madrid.
Mbappe doesn't need that. If Mbappe wins Champions League, that's it. I think he gets.
I don't know if they don't win. If they don't win their own league, I think Salah will have a better chance at winning it.
If Salah don't win the Champions League, he's not winning it.
We'll have to see.
It's on the champs. I think it's on. I think it's on the Champions.
I think
they will never award the Ballon d'Or. They'll never award the Ballon d'Or to a player who plays in the Premier League if he has not won the Champions League in that season.
We'll have to see. We'll have to see.
In this day and age, it's not happening.
I don't believe that. I believe if you don't win the La Liga, but you win the
Champions League, you have to win, because the Ballon d'Or is to do with like UEFA. So you have to win one of them. But come on, bro. Let's be like, you know how this thing is, blood.
I know how this thing is, but also, as I said, that Rodri didn't win the UCL. And I know
there's your boy, blood. There's your own boy. Exactly what I said. It's UEFA.
Me and Roms aren't joining
the Champions League, blood.
Me and
Roms, I'll put money. I'll actually go to the bookies and put money on it, blood.
Bro, me and Roms are not joined at the hip. I don't know how many times I have to tell people that. Like,
no, but that's your. I'm pulling up Roms because that's your fan base, blood. I'm not pulling up no Arsenal fan saying that. But I'm pulling up a Liverpool fan saying that.
That's fine. But even though Rodri won the Euros, as I said, the Champions League for me does hold the most weight. But if he doesn't win,
Name
the
one
league,
player apart from Michael Owen who's won the Ballon d'Or in England without winning the Champions League. Go on, I'll wait.
I named Michael Owen. That was the example. And you told me
I said apart from that was 2001, bro. You was like 4. You was like 5. What's wrong with you?
But again, most of the time, a lot of these players usually win the league.
You could just kick the ball then. You understand?
A lot of these players have won the league and the Champions League, or
I'm saying no. Look, this Ali A in the chat, blood, is chatting the most shit. Salah has to win the Champions League. That doesn't mean I don't want him to win. He doesn't have to win. What I am saying is he will not win the Ballon d'Or if he doesn't win the Champions League. That's a fact. I know. You need to take your no. You're too biased, bro. You can sit there and you're too biased. You don't know when it's your club and your players. You don't take a step back.
Why am I not? How can I not take a step back?
You don't because blood. Bro. If he don't win the Champions League, he's not even in the conversation.
He's not winning the champ. He's not winning the Ballon d'Or if he don't win the Champions League.
It's not happening, bro. Man ain't winning Premier League. Are you crazy?
Word to Ali A. So what happened when VVD?
And that's not a hating thing. If Liverpool win Champions League, then I'm gonna say put Salah forward.
We won the Champions League, and did any of our players win the Ballon d'Or?
Well, yeah. Who won it that year?
Who won it that year?
Messi.
Yeah, we know why.
And VVD comes second.
We know why Messi won it.
Why did
you know why, man? Popularity contest because it's Messi.
On, man.
That's right. That's why he won it.
So again, and it's okay. So when I mention Michael Owen, it's a different time, and when I mention Messi, it's an anomaly.
Bro, you're mentioning someone in 2001. 2001. 2001. You're not saying this. This guy's behaving like he's saying a name from 5 years ago.
Lewis, when
he's saying a name from 2001.
Lewis, when you won the
Champions League, the game was a completely different game.
Lewis, when you won the Champions League, who won the Ballon d'Or that year? Was it Ronaldo?
Who won? What year did they
win the Ballon d'Or? The year Chelsea won the Champions League.
2021.
What's that? 21.
Chelsea won it 2 years after us, or a year after us, I believe.
Who won it in 21? Chat. Who won it in 21? Chat.
Who was the 2021 Ballon d'Or winner?
There was a year where they never awarded it to someone because of Rona.
Messi,
they said Messi again. They said Messi again.
Yeah,
they say Messi again.
Yeah, and it wasn't. You know why Messi won it? Because he won Copa America.
Because he won Copa America.
Yeah.
There we go.
Would you be international? It was
international.
It's international, fam. Same way if Egypt played. Same way if Egypt
was it Modric? People saying it was Modric. Was it Modric? He won it that year.
2021.
Someone needs to find me the year of who won the Ballon d'Or when Chelsea
2021. It was Messi. I'm looking here now. 2021 Ballon d'Or when it was Messi. Yeah.
There we go.
Copa America.
Yeah, because you won Copa America. Fair enough. But again, my
point
is...
that when Jorginho come second or something?
Yeah, he came third.
Third.
I remember Lewis going on about it. Yeah,
he come third.
Yeah,
so
my point is 2018.
My point is that there are examples of players not necessarily winning the Champions League and getting something done. My thing is that I'm not saying
Salah. But they're in the Premier League.
Huh?
We're in the Premier League because I keep saying to you, Premier League. You keep trying to move the.
No, I said there are examples.
Premier League, Premier. I'm in a business about foreign. We're dealing over sir. Premier League, dog. Stop move the goalpost.
I'm not moving the goalpost.
Yes, you are.
I gave you an example. You didn't want to. I gave you the example.
In a business, I don't care what's going on over foreign.
Michael Owen is, but like I said, that was a different era where it was more
complete different era.
It was more fair.
All right. Again, I agree with you, Mike. I don't business because
I actually agree with you. I think it's unfair that he has to win the Champions League.
Man ain't saying. That's what I'm saying. This guy's in his feelings. Man's just stating the obvious.
I'm saying
unless he wins the Champions League, he's not in conversation.
I don't believe that. I say
it's not about what you believe. It's a fact.
It's not a fact. It's not a fact. It's not a fact. Do you know why it's not a fact? Do you know why it's not a fact? Because it's not guaranteed that a Real Madrid player wins the. Like if a Real Madrid player, Real Madrid could not win the La Liga and not win the champs.
Ali, you're the only one saying I'm rattled, bro. So you're clearly rattled, blood. Yeah.
What does that leave?
Get me. Fucking me.
No. Now everyone listen to me. Now everyone listen to me. There is a chance that Real Madrid do not win the La Liga, and there's a chance that they don't win the Champions League. So if that happens and Salah doesn't win the Champions League, then Salah for me is the next in line to win the Ballon d'Or.
You know what they'll do? You know what the potential they'll do?
And that's not crazy.
That's a possibility. But if Barcelona, who are on the other side of the draw, win the Champions League and La Liga, they'll give it to a Barca player.
Yeah,
Lewandowski,
but
Yamal,
but-
Rafinha.
Yamal will
Wait,
get
wait,
it
what?
on
no,
someone.
flawless.
Are you, man? Wait. What about this? What if Inter Miami wins the Club World Cup?
You know what? That's
You
the
think
type of
Messi will
stuff-
really get it? Nah.
No, then Messi.
They
Bro,
can't
they
win
gave
Messi
it to
again.
Messi in 2021 unwarranted.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Messi.
You know what?
Jorginho should have won that.
Nah, but Dave,
My point is
they
that
gave it to
my
him.
point is that
No, but I
feel
swear
like-
they what year? Won it the year before when they robbed it and gave it to Messi. That's the last one he's gonna get.
2021, it should have been Jorginho's.
No, but he shouldn't know. I swear he got one more recently than that. And everyone's
was it
saying
the
it
year
shouldn't have been
Haaland-
him.
Was it the year Haaland should have won it?
I think it was that one.
So
Yeah, because I think he won it then too.
I don't think Messi will win it again. I think that's the last one. They said, all right, cool. Here, that's your last one. Boom, that's you now. Now they're pivoting.
What I'm saying is
I
Champions
dare.
League
Hold on,
is
flawless.
Was
I
it
dare-
Dosky? I think it. Yeah, the chat's saying Dosky. I think it's Dosky.
I dare a Spanish team.
Jorginho got robbed, bruv.
If Barcelona don't win La Liga,
Yeah,
but they win the Champions League,
yeah.
one of them ain't get. I still don't believe that's enough to go and get someone a Ballon d'Or. I believe it has to
I
be.
agree.
It has to be like a.
No,
it
man,
has to be like
man
a,
agrees.
international. Yeah, for me, it has to be like a big international trophy. To like, it has to be something with it. The Champions League alone, unless you are like an Mbappe or a Vinny, because Vinny cried and didn't win it last year. Unless again, Real Madrid still for me have to go and win it, but it's not guaranteed that they win it. Do you know what I'm saying?
Oh.
Inter Milan could fuck around and go win the Champions League. Do you know what I'm saying?
True.
Like, and then there's that conversation. My point is that Salah is not.
Why does no one ever say
Salah
Arsenal
doesn't
could
have a
fuck around
divine
and win
right
Champions
to
League?
the Ballon d'Or. But what I'm saying is that he doesn't necessarily need the
No,
Champions League.
he actually meant it, blood.
Hold on, let me land. He doesn't necessarily need the Champions League in all possibilities
Seriously.
to win it. So that's cap, bro. That's cap in it. As I said,
I hear you. In terms of fairness, it shouldn't be that way.
I'm not talking about fairness. I ain't talking about that.
No,
Bro.
I'm talking about fairness in regards to you shouldn't have to win the Champions League to win the
Yeah,
Ballon
no.
d'Or. I'm saying in their eyes, in terms of the criteria, because it's Champions League and international tournaments.
I'm just
I don't
saying
know
not necessarily.
who's
I'm
the
just saying
last player. Who's the last player to win it who didn't have one of those two things? Outside of Messi, and we know why they gave it to Messi. Actually, no,
don't
Messi won Copa America. So who is?
I'm just saying
Yeah, he won the Copa.
I'm just saying it doesn't. I'm just saying
No, Modric had the UCL.
it's not
Modric
100%. It's not 100% written in
Modric
stone.
had 3 in a row at that
Salah
point.
doesn't win the Champions League,
Yeah,
then there's
he
no
did.
chance he wins the Ballon d'Or.
And a World
That's
Cup
all I'm
final.
saying. That's all I'm saying.
Yeah.
If you don't want to disagree, you lot can disagree. You lot have disagreed with me on many things, and I'm still
De
sitting
Bruyne
on
ruined it
everyone
for Hazard.
So it doesn't matter to me, bro. Genuinely,
Look at it.
that's
We're
We're
my
not
opinion.
disagreeing with you. We're saying that you don't listen. You see, you don't listen. You don't listen. You hear. You don't listen. What man is saying to you? What man is saying to you? You think because I'm arguing. You think because I'm giving you the point of view from the actual way that these men look at it, that I'm agreeing with it. I'm not agreeing with it. I'm saying that's how they're gonna look at it.
That's how they look
I'm
at
not
it.
saying,
Yeah, they do.
bro.
But you're in your feelings, so
I'm
you're
not
straight
saying-
away.
no, I'm not-
No. But I'm saying to you, bro, that's how
I'm
they
not.
look at it. Like
That's how
they've
they look
shown
at it.
they've
I-
shown
I'm
their
Unfair.
cards.
I don't agree with it. I think it's unfair. I don't think you should have
Bro,
to win
I'm
the
not
Champions
saying,
League
I'm
to win the
not
Ballon
saying
d'Or.
this is how you lot. I never said that's how you lot believe that it's perceived in you lot's opinions. I know how they look at it. I understand that. All I'm saying is that it's not 100%
my
written
guy,
in
man.
stone. It's not 100% written in stone that if Salah doesn't win the Champions League, that there is no chance in heaven that he or heaven or hell that he can't win it. That is impossible for him to win it without the Champions League.
It's not impossible.
I believe there are possibilities in football that could still lead to him winning the Ballon d'Or, such as a Spanish team not winning the.
That's what I was going to say. That would have to happen. It would have to be Liverpool don't win it.
That's my point. I'm
Real
not saying he has a
Madrid or
divine right to
Barcelona.
win it without the champs. I'm not saying he has a divine right.
Of course. But the
That's what
likelihood
I'm
of that
saying.
happening.
It's not me that's
that
not listening,
likelihood.
bro.
No, I hear that. But the likelihood of it not being Liverpool, Real Madrid, or Barcelona.
Months ain't used to be a question, blood.
It's not even like that. It's just
It used to be a question, blood.
you lot are saying
He used to go on his things, yeah, and just going on. I wrote. But when he comes over here with all the big dog, them he's like, yeah, blah, we go press him,
bro. Man, I went on a 20-minute monologue, and you lot sat there in silence because
yeah,
you
because
can't.
that's what we do. No,
right
that's the rules on
now.
back. No, there's rules on back again.
Yes, there's
Let
rules
the
on back,
person go
yes.
first,
Yes,
and
abide.
then
Yeah,
we.
abide.
Because trust me, blood. If I wanted to interject at any point, dog, man would have just.
Of
Yeah,
course,
that's
but
the rule.
You can. I know.
You have to go first, and then we.
I understand that. I'm not going to make it as jarring as possible and annoying as possible for obvious reasons. But my point is that the last thing I'll say again.
Dan said you're the most annoying Liverpool fan.
I know, and I will continue to be, and it's going to get worse every single day until till game week 38. But even so, I'll keep it a buck in it. It's not. I agree with the man them saying it's a slim chance. What I would disagree with is that it's no such thing as a no chance thing. As a no chance.
No, it's not no chance. I'd say it's outside. Take out the Champions League. I just think the chances of it are very slim. Because I think
and I agree with that. I agree with. I 100% agree with.
Very slim.
Obviously, Troop said no chance.
Yeah, there's no chance. You know why? Because Premier League. They don't give a shit about the Premier League. They don't care about Premier League, bro.
I know.
They don't care what. So they won't even give a shit if Salah's won the Premier League. If he's done these numbers in Prem, they're gonna be like, "What's he done in?" Okay, cool, boom. Yeah, we're gonna pivot this way now because they don't respect the Premier League, bro. I don't know why. That's just how these pricks are. I don't know why.
What about Modric?
Modric won in the Prem.
What?
Modric won in the Prem. Modric was in La Liga.
In 2018. Did Madrid not win it?
And he won three Champions Leagues in a row.
No, not in the we're talking that year though, innit? But that's what I'm saying. Why didn't
they win it?
2018 they won it, bro.
Yeah, they went further. They got to the semis, innit?
They went to a final of the World Cup. They got beat by France that year, was it not?
Yeah, 4-2. Mbappe hat-trick.
Yeah, so like that's where what's it called? That's where it stems from. I'm looking at the Ballon d'Or list, and Owen's the last one, like in 2001.
Owen's the last one, bro.
He was the last one not to win it unless Nedved in 03.
And then our last winner from the Premier League was Ronaldo, no?
Ronaldo, yeah, but he won both. Champions League and Premier League.
Oh wait,
but I'm saying he was the last one to win it from the Premier League as well, isn't it?
Yeah,
and that was 08, blood.
Yeah,
and he went and he got champion. That's why I'm saying Salah has to get Champions League, blood. Then he's got a chance.
We'll agree to disagree. There's a slim.
I don't even think if he wins the AFCON.
Oh yeah, Rodri.
Rodri won the Euros.
Yeah. Oh yeah, fair enough.
Yeah.
I'm looking there. Yeah, someone did.
Oh yeah, before Ronaldo was obviously Rodri.
Yeah. But yeah, like I said, even if he won the AFCON, I don't think they'll even take that into account, blood. They're pricks, bro.
Well,
justice for J5.
Justice. What are you saying? Justice for VVD when he lost it by 5 votes.
Justice for Henry, blood. Fuck that. Justice for Henry, blood. Absolute robbery.
Didn't Henry just have to score in that final to go win?
No, it was 03 or 4. He had to score against the Chelsea. He didn't score
against the Chelsea.
It weren't even that. It weren't even that.
Well, we knocked out Henry and ruined his Ballon d'Or hopes, innit?
It weren't even that one.
What was the score in that game again?
2-1. Wayne Bridge, 2 minutes left to go.
Yeah, to Wayne Bridge. Yeah, crazy.
Follow. It was only 2 minutes to go. It was Wayne Bridge's goal, sent us out of control and sent the Arsenal out the Euro. My dog.
And then John Terry smashed his misses. Yeah, hold that. Big up man like Kate.
Hold that.
He says if we keep Mikel Arteta next year, she definitely did. No new signings will help, as Mikel Arteta's philosophy is only passing, which eventually sterilizes players from shooting outside the box. Yeah, you thought a lot about this, innit, K-Blood? You know what I mean? But Arteta out, bro. I don't give a shit. I'm at that point now. Big up LJ every time. He says, flawless to answer the question to your call-in show. Yes, he should be sacked. Even Piers Morgan is calling him out. And Piers Morgan was sucking him off, the prick. Pause.
Wasn't he an Arteta guy?
Yeah, bro.
Yeah, but people gotta see it in 4K. It's like, yo, this has been like, again, if you were either lying to yourself or just dumb if you didn't see this on the horizon. Why is this a shock?
Big up Amma. He says Salah averages 6.5 expected assists per game.
It's crazy.
Big up Football Breakdown. He said Salah scoring against the worst era of Man United.
Love for the bread, man.
We got my guy Rex. Says question in the round. is Salah the best African player ever? For me, I don't know.
To me, no. When Salah's
To
cold.
me, no. To me, no.
Best ever I've seen, I would say. It's tough because there's been some quality African players.
George Weah's up there.
George Weah is like, he was one of my favorite players growing up. Definitely George, but I can't look past Eto'o.
Eto's up there.
Prime
Yahaya's
Eto'o.
up there.
Eto'o having two trebles at two different clubs is insanity.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, back to there. Yeah, Eto'o was different, man.
Back-to-back treble is one of the maddest things
Yeah.
that anyone can do in football.
The man played like two different styles, like it wasn't the yeah, Eto'o was
Bro,
different.
he was playing left for fucking Inter. He wasn't playing down the middle.
That's what I'm saying.
Playing left wing.
Yeah.
Because Militao was the one down the middle.
Yeah.
Big up my dog Slims. Sloppy Sly is still a spicy Gallagher. Who's Sloppy Sly?
Sobozai.
Oh, is that
Sloppy
what he's
Sly.
calling it?
Crazy.
That's crazy.
Pause.
Yeah,
I agree.
pause for real. Big up football breakdown again. He said, I never want to hear Salah Eto'o debates. Watch football. We just literally.
No one really compares Salah to Eto'o, though.
Yeah.
That's not really a comparison you get.
Big up Louis. Big up yourself, Blake. Says, big up the man. Them not gonna lie. Hennessy Troops is back again. For the culture, we need to see Arsenal versus Real Madrid and flawless any more special guests for the Yardman pod.
Yo, that was sorry, go on, Troops. You go.
Hennessy Troops is not back, bro. You get me? They made me break my detox. But I recovered myself, and I'm back on track, bro. You get me? Flawless.
Yeah, Lewis, we do. You know what? From a content creator purpose, there's like the whole space. We need Arsenal versus Real Madrid. Secondly, in regards to special guests on the show, like Gunnar joining, that wasn't planned. Like Gunnar raided and then sent me a message. It was like, "Yo, can I join?" So obviously, Gunnar the G. So it's like, yeah, join and adding him in with Kaneki and Lex. You already know it was going to be absolute carnage. So
An honorary Yardman and all that.
Yeah, definitely gonna bring Troops has been on before. Definitely gonna bring on Troops again, and probably more in the future. It's just that show is already long with those three anyway. So adding an extra person is all it's ridiculous.
It's a myth.
Yeah, for real.
They got football breakdown again. He said Eto'o had 2 AFCONs and Mallorca's all-time scorer before joining Barca. Go watch what he was doing to Zidane and Ronaldo. Ronaldo's Real Madrid side. Weak Big Six era.
Yeah, Eto'o's cold. No one is doing that.
He ain't lying.
Yeah. I did not know he was Mallorca's all-time goal scorer, but Eto'o's, like I said, that's why he was the one of the names I mentioned. 100%.
We got Mr. Link. He says, hi guys, match week 36 awaits.
You never walk alone.
Thanks, Bowen.
You're welcome.
Big up man like OG Queens. He says, congrats, Mont. Believe in your manager like what I do. Lewis, I expect a ski mask and shave bald.
Huh?
And shaved bald. I am ready for Copa Semi versus Atletico. We one step closer to another final. Keep Lego man. Arsenal suck.
Yeah, no bold head, no ski mask. Sorry.
I'm just waiting for the Barcelona collapse blood. You get me? And I will be there, mate. Big up Frosted Myth. He says, my club is done 3 years ago. Now I'm going on an exile.
Oh, no. I understand Frosted Myth, but damn.
Big up yours truly, Highness. He says, Pep's shit. Let Shiku get. Who? Let Doku.
You're saying Savinio barely got the ball.
I don't know what the shit thing is all, blood. You get me? But yeah, big up yours. Yeah, you must be high right now. Big up Rickin. Big up Rickin, blood. He said, if half these men played for their African team instead, the Euros would be dead. Man need to respect AFCON. It's the equivalent of the Euros. Does Cara think Europe is the only place in the world? I think that's a great super chat. Because it's true.
Yeah, it's just
if you took all the black players, and because it's mainly black players that playing in the European sides more than like you don't really see Arab players playing for European sides. Couple, but not a lot. Like you might see a couple for like Holland and everything.
Bro, there's a massive shout that Congo won the World Cup.
Yeah, for France. Big man thing.
Man, I acting like Congo. Congo won Congo are
You
World
get me?
Cup winners.
Like
Congo are World Cup winners. If you
the
really
flipping-
want, you know what I'm saying?
you know me? Like the language that was getting spoken in the changing room was flipping Ngala.
You know
I
what
mean,
I'm
there weren't
saying?
no French blood. You know what I mean?
Right now, bro.
Big up Boxer Oranges. He says Ballon d'Or voters are heavily biased towards La Liga and they will look for any reason to award a Madrid or Barca player. That's what I'm saying, like the Premier League thing. Maybe if Salah was at Barca, then he'd have more of a chance with just La Liga and these numbers. I think the Premier League, that's a curveball, blood. Big up Louis. He says you have to be an attacker in the Prem to win Ballon d'Or. Well, that's clearly not true because Rodri won it. Big up Cash. Big up Cash, blood. He said the year that Modric won, CR7 also had a Champions League, right? I think it was 2018 before he left Real Madrid. I think it was because of the World Cup. That's why he won over CR7. Yeah, because they got to the final that year, innit? And lost 4-2 to France. Big up Barelas. He says, even Pakistan lost yesterday versus India in Champions Trophy. Yeah, I know. I've been getting smoked all over this weekend, blood. It's crazy. We got OG Queens again. He says, get Dana Paula as Arsenal coach. She's in LA. Bet Josh should have done an interview. Troops, I love your rant. Long may it continue. Quadruple. Here we go. 3-0 Forest W. You absolute bastard. We got Andy every time, though.
Yeah, go on, Troops. Beat Forest, man. We believe in you.
Ain't happening. We got C Flair. He says, shout out Monts and Pool. The hashtag anyone but Arsenal agenda still going strong. Side note, a Back Again live show would be elite. Love from New Jersey. We're actually trying to plan that right now, blood, for the end of the season. We're actually looking at venues in London. We're looking at venues in Manny as well, blood. You get me? So if anyone knows of any venues where there's like a little bar, you get me? Obviously, we know we have Muslim followers and other religious followers who can't drink. So obviously, it won't just be liquor. You'll have your soft drinks as well, blood. But obviously, we want the people them to hold a vibe, innit? You get me? So we're actually looking into that still. But that's for our UK people, unfortunately. You get me? If we get a sponsor, then maybe we can take it abroad, blood. You know what I mean? But we're actually looking into that still.
ABA, man.
There's definitely someone here who's watching who knows has a venue, has access. So contact Troops or one of us so we can pattern that 110%. I know someone in the chat has done that and has
You know,
that.
little box park.
Yeah.
Even like, and then like obviously we look at Liverpool as well. You get me? Cause obviously Mont's representing and all that, blood. So we're trying to take this thing around the UK. You know what I'm saying? For the people,
Come on, man. Crazy.
the people's pod, blood. You get me? Big up Todd Miller. Come on, blood. The people's pod, man. He says Salah convo as Prem all time. Day 2. It's I don't know. This guy was the whole fucking stream, blood. Like Todd Miller, piss off, blood. Big man thing.
Big up Todd, proper Charles.
Come on, man.
The whole stream yesterday, bro. Whole stream, blood. Fucking rattling me. Big up King Winter. King Winter Soldier. And obviously we got King Winter Surfer, blood. You get me? Big up Surfer every time. But big up Winter Soldier as well, blood. He said first season, one signing he didn't want. Prem title, our fucking gaffer.
You never walk alone.
Big up Halimi. Big up Halimi, blood. He said North Africans as well, if they didn't play for France, one of the North African countries would have won the World Cup. Also, Mahrez carried to win AFCON. Facts, bro. You know what I mean? Like, look at Morocco in the World Cup, blood. You had the likes of Zaish, you had the likes of Hakimi. If they was on France, oi, different thing, blood. You get me? Big up Glorious MCFC. It says City fans stop protecting Foden. I'm tired. Oi.
You're frozen, innit?
Feel frozen. I fuck with that still. I can't lie.
Ooh.
I fuck with that, bro. Let's get these likes up as well, chat, blood. You get me? We got 535. We got over 1,600 inside. Let's get to 1K, man. Big up each and every one, every time. Arsenal, lads. Arsenal. You get me? You're seeing everyone start to come out and criticize. You're seeing everyone start to come out and say what we've been saying for a long time, blood. You get me? That no matter how much Liverpool slip, we won't capitalize, blood. You get me? Like, even when they slipped on Wednesday, it really wasn't a slip because they still gained a point on us. You get me? They still went from 7 to 8 points, blood. You understand? And all of the people that checked out the Saeed show on Friday, latest episode out now as well, blood. Cheeky plug. Go watch that after this one. You know what I'm saying? But Saeed was trying to press me into believing in this fucking nonsense that the title's still on and there's still a chance and close the gap down to 5 points and all of this shit. And I knew myself this was never going to happen, blood. You get me? I predicted a 1-0 Arsenal win. I was fucking wrong. You get me? I got the scoreline right. Wrong way around. You get me? It was just a disgraceful performance yet again, blood. You understand? I'm tired of this shit. They just need to sack this manager now. He has absolutely capitulated in this title running. We are worse than we were last year. I'm not hearing he wasn't backed by the board. Kroenke let him down. This and that. They've given this man £15 million a year, blood. Yeah, they've given this man 3 contracts in 5 years, blood. Yeah, he has £15 million a year, blood. He is on double the amount that Carlo Ancelotti is on, blood. Carlo Ancelotti has won more Champions Leagues than Arteta's won trophies, rude boy. Yeah, don't even go and add his Premier League title, his Serie A title, his La Liga titles, his Liga title. Just take his Champions Leagues, blood. Yeah, and it fucking outweighs him, blood. And my man sitting on 7 million, blood. Do you understand? 7 fucking million. And this fraud's on 15 million, bro. And man are telling me the board don't back him, blood. The board gave him 750 fucking of the King's British pounds, blood. Yeah? What did this fucking fraud go and do? Spend 65 million on Havertz. Spend 38 million on Mikel Merino, who has a year left to go on his fucking deal at 28 years old. Yeah? Who wasn't even starting in the fucking Euro team. Yeah? Man like fucking Olmo was ahead of him. Man was on the bench. You understand? What the fuck are we doing here? He made these decisions. He went out and bought these players, bro. He built this squad. Kroenke didn't build this squad. You think Kroenke knows who the fuck Marino is? He went out and bought Calafiori for 35 million in the summer. Lewis Skelly is jumped him. There's more money down the drain. Tomiyasu's out until January. January, bro. This man's on over 100 grand a week. Another error made by Mikel Arteta, blood. Yeah? But the defenders are out in full course, blood. They're out in full effect. There's even delusional people saying that it's still on. Have hope. Have hope. Are
still.
You man need weed. Yeah? You need weed and you need a gal. Yeah? You need to feel what breasts feel like, blood. Big man thing. They
Not
feel
the
very nice. I keep saying it. Yeah? Pum pum.
PSG
It's
will
a
tell you
great
that.
feeling, blood. Yeah?
PSG will
All
tell
I
you
need
that.
to feel that, blood. Yeah? Because all I want to feel is your blood clot phone.
No.
That is all you feel, blood, is your fucking phone, blood. Yeah? This fan base is a fucking joke, mate. Yeah? I'm seeing people talk about, oh, we lost this title in January in the transfer window. We lost this title when the window closed August 31st. That's when we lost this title. Yeah? Because when this window closed, I said on the next episode, we ain't winning a damn thing, bro. We ain't winning a damn thing. No major honor. No majors. Will not happen in blood. Yeah? Not happening. Slaughter's come in his first fucking season. No signings. Yeah? Now they're going to tell me, oh, it's Klopp's squad. Klopp was building it for 3 years. But in the summer, I was told we have the best squad. I was told our squad is better than Liverpool's squad. So I don't want to hear nothing. I don't want to hear a damn thing. This man needs to be sacked at the end of the season. This board better be getting a fucking profile, a short list of managers that need to come into this club. There is more than Mikel Arteta. There is better than Mikel Arteta. 5 fucking years we've been here, bro. This ain't the 3rd year. This ain't the 2nd year. This is the 5th year, blood. How much more money do you want him to have? How many more errors do you want him to make? This man has bought like 7 fucking fullbacks, blood. 5 goalkeepers and no fucking striker. You get rid of Nketiah, correct. You get rid of fucking Reece Nelson on loan. We should have fucking kept Nelson and fucking not gone nowhere near Sterling. You get rid of Fabio Vieira, correct. You get rid of Smith Rowe, big mistake. But then who the fuck do you bring in? You bring in Sterling. You get rid of all that attacking threat and you bring in fucking Sterling. And then man, I still here defending this shit. Man, I'm still here defending this. Man, I'm still here saying it's the board's fault. It's not the board. The board have given him everything that he has fucking asked for, blood. Yeah? Every fucking thing he asked for, blood. They have given it to him. Yeah? And he has to answer for his crimes. He must die on the sword. Yeah? He must dead on that sword, blood. Yeah? You chose to go and get Havertz, blood. How have they not backed you? They gave you £107 million to go and get Rice. How is that not backing? How the fuck is that not backing? You lose the league by 1 point and you're fucking moving the transfer window. It's to get Mikel Merino and fucking Calafiori. You don't deserve anything else from this club. You deserve to be sacked at the end of this season. It's simple as. It's a disgrace that Liverpool have fucking won this league. They were 5 points behind us last year. They're 11 ahead. That's an 18-point swing. 18-point swing. How have we allowed this to happen? Then man will say injuries. He played Saka until his fucking hamstring was falling off. Remember saying bring off Saka. Oh, why are you moaning, Troops? Why are you moaning? When I saw Saka come on, 3-0 up at Preston. Why the fuck is Saka going on the pitch? Why is he going on? He shouldn't be nowhere near that squad. Man want to tell me injuries. He has run these players into the ground. He has run them into the ground. You got Odegaard fucking hiding. Are you fucking mad? How dare you, blood? How fucking dare you? You coward. You're supposed to be captain, bro. And you're hiding.
You're not making that run in behind.
Fucking disgrace. You got David Raya moving faster than our fucking front line. What is going on? It is a fucking collective effort. It is every single one of them. This club fucking stinks, blood. From top to bottom. It's not one or the other. It's both. It's the fucking lot of them. You got that prick with his fucking half his hair falling off, sitting there like a fucking arsehole. I'm hearing Cronkies at fucking parties with that Dana Paula gal in LA. You think he gives a fuck about Arsenal? Trust the process. All this bullshit. Enough is enough. Enough is enough. This man should not have anything to do with this club by the end of the season. Get him out, blood. Get him fucking out. Fucking West Ham. Fucking 16th place West Ham. Come and embarrass us at our ground, blood. 2 fucking years in a row. They come and embarrass us at our ground. It's a fucking disgrace, blood. Fucking pricks.
I will say I'm glad you spoke on Mason Odegaard before we did, because I don't know what this guy's been on over the last couple months. That game was overhit, underhit, hiding. Like, that was 2022 Mason Mount. What I saw from Odegaard. Absolutely disgusting. The attack as a whole was just low-key everything I expected. I thought a lot of Arsenal fans were jumping the gun too early after the Leicester game, but I also wasn't too surprised by it. It's Arsenal as a whole. Like, that's why I was saying, you man, I get it. There's a route potentially to get back with in a serious title race with Liverpool, but I beg you, do your job first. Beat West Ham before thinking about the Man City-Liverpool game. Because not only do you guys have a habit of jumping the gun too early, not only do you guys have a habit of failing to capitalize, like, you guys have a habit of dropping points to West Ham too. This isn't the first time they fucked you over in a title race. This is the third year in a row that they've done it. Yep, they have history of doing it.
Yep.
And you guys still went too early, which is why we always say the saying about Arsenal fans, why argue, just wait. You already know what's coming. And this is why Troops is in the position that he's in. You go round and round in circles, doing the same thing. You get yourself a little bit gassed. You get yourself a little bit of hope, and they just take it straight back from you. I'd have enough too. I get it.
Yeah,
I completely understand it.
You know what it is as well, Lewis? Is that like every time there's been a chance to walk the Premier League, like Arsenal haven't really been with it. As I said, like the one time City fell off, bro, we went and took that Prem quickly in it. We just
And this
grabbed
is what
the one.
they've been waiting years for.
You know what I'm saying? Grab the one, and we just kept it stepping in it. Grab the one and keep it stepping.
Yo, man said pre-cum FC. That's crazy.
Bro, that's so mad. Like, bro, and you know what's mad? That the fact, imagine seeing your team not take advantage every single time. Like, not let alone like Arsenal losing to West Ham sums up their whole season. Liverpool had dropped points 5 times before I think the Nottingham Forest game. Arsenal had dropped points every single week. We dropped points every single time we dropped points. Arsenal had actually dropped points that same week, and then they didn't take advantage of the transfer window. They didn't take it. They even take advantage of Man City being bummy. Imagine sitting there and letting the best team being the second best and seeing the first best fall off a cliff and not take advantage. These lot don't take advantage of nothing. They don't take advantage of nothing, and that must be the maddest thing. Like Liverpool dropped points to Villa and Everton. We picked up 5 points out of a possible 9, and then they just decided to go and lose to West Ham at home. That there, and don't get me wrong, we used to do that with City. City would draw a game and then we'd draw a game, and it would send my mind to Pluto, bro. To Pluto, because it wouldn't even be we're playing a mad team. We'd go lose to like Bournemouth or something, like a crap Bournemouth. You know what I'm saying? So when you're seeing your team not sign no attackers, bro, do you know what Arsenal's answer was to go 1-0 down? Raheem Sterling
and Zinchenko.
That was their answer.
Odegaard let him take a free kick. We have a free kick in the
91st
minute. You are letting Raheem. You are the captain, yeah, and you are letting you.
Banter aside, I did think that was a good position for Sterling.
Let it out. No. Go on, Chief. Let it out. Go on.
Sterling taking free kicks is crazy.
Well, I've seen him score from there against Preston last season. Like, he has some form there. Newcastle as well. I mean, there was a Leicester free kick from last season, so I kind of hear it.
Look. I can see the cogs in Troops' head right now. The way the cogs are spinning in his head right now is crazy.
You know who's to truly blame for this, though? Tuchel. Tuchel said how to beat Arsenal and then went and did it. And he just showed everyone the blueprint. If you're compact defensively, man are just going to pass the ball from side to side and try and get a corner. And now we know the blueprint. That's why even for Forest, I don't really have a lot of confidence for them. Forest are good at set pieces too. They can negate that. And they actually have a forward line. Also have Moreno, who's doing the cosplay as a number 9. So it's like, yeah, it's not really looking good for you guys still. Oh, the only positive I'd say for you guys, this makes Saka look even better, though. Odegaard can't handle the focus being on him, but Saka, you know what? Fair play. Man can create something even when he's double and triple marked. I respect it. The rest of that forward line is straight cheeks. Straight cheeks.
They did. Oh, yeah. Well, no, listen, I was about to say something about Chelsea there, but we'll get to that. No, listen.
Yeah, no, don't worry. I'll get to my attacking.
Yeah, but here's the thing. The Arsenal optimists, like, is it an illness? Like, what is it really? Is it an illness?
Straight foolishness, man. And I think that's where the rest of Troops' anger comes from. Not only is your board not serious, your manager's not good enough, your players are not good enough, you then have your own fans saying it is good enough, saying still believe, even though everything you can see clear as day, Arsenal were never winning this league title, but it took for them to go 11 points behind. Bear in mind, they do have a game in hand for people to throw in the time. It's been over.
Yeah.
And I've been saying this from the jump. It's been over and it's been clear. There was never any there was no realism. Their chances of winning this league title were slim to none. but it
that's-
was belief.
but that's why I
Liverpool
say,
got
like,
points,
but
did it there and all this
but
nonsense.
But Flawless, this is why I say it's always toxic positivity that runs.
Yes.
It's toxic positivity without actually winning anything.
Yes.
These guys are closer to Spurs trophy-wise than they are to any of us. And that is a fact. It is a fact. They have been let down more often than they have prevailed. And that is a fact.
We're nowhere near Tottenham.
You know what I'm saying? I'm not saying you're anywhere near Tottenham.
How bad it is.
You're not near Tottenham, but what you know what you are is you're closer to them than you are to the other teams. Manchester United are rubbish. Manchester United fans hate football. Manchester United fans have hated football for 10 straight years, bro. And they have still won more than you in the last 10 years than you have in the last 20. And they are rubbish, bro. They are rubbish. It's fake positivity. As I said, you know when gal in the club be gassing themselves up in the toilets and that. You know what I'm saying? A 10-10 will tell a 1 out of 10 that she's beautiful, bro. That's what they'll do. They'll tell her 10. She'll tell you, darling, babe, you're looking beautiful. Babe, you go out there and you get your man, babe. You go and get your man. Like,
know your worth.
It's his toxic positivity, bro. You know how galley just lie to each other? Just they do the yes man thing. They lie to each other barefaced. They lie to each other barefaced, bro. That is what Arsenal fans do to each other. You're going to win the league. No, you're going to win the league. No, you're going to win the league. You man will have acne and you'll go tell a ting that you got freckles, blood. You know what I'm saying? It don't make sense. You don't just lie to yourselves. You lie to your friends. And you know what I'm saying, bro? It's crazy. It's insanity what you lot do. And over what? With what evidence? The worst thing is you guys don't even do it with evidence. At least if the 1 out of 10 has dated a guy that drives a fucking Lambo, you can say, you know what? You've gone and done it before. But it's not like, bro, in 20 years, man, them ain't done anything. You haven't won anything to show, you know, you haven't won anything to have that chest, to have that mentality, to have that belief. You haven't won anything to have the logic to say that you're going to do anything over a team like City. You see what I'm saying? You haven't done anything to show that, you know, we call it heritage in Europe, but it also exists in the Premier League. It also exists. How the hell do you not do anything
That's
for 5
why I
years?
say Arsenal's a big club in England and not in Europe.
You don't have a divine right for anything. To nothing. I don't understand it. The only thing you have a divine right to is the FA Cup. That's the only thing that Arsenal have a divine right for. So to be speaking down on other clubs apart from Tottenham should be seen as football blasphemy. Football blasphemy. A disrespect to the gods. A disrespect to the higher society. To talk down on any team that is not in the Big Six, that isn't Tottenham. It don't make sense. If you won something, it changes the whole narrative. But to win nothing and to speak like you're Real Madrid is absolute blasphemy. I'll never understand it. I don't understand it, and I still don't get it. The realists saw it earlier on, but even some of the realists were talking spicy last season, talking mad spicy. Realists for what? You laughed at Liverpool for being second for all those years to Man City, only to then take our place while we take City's place. Do you understand the madness of that? You laughed at us for being second, and then when you became second, we've become first. I'll say it now. I have to say it again, just so man really hear what I'm saying here. Just to hear what I'm saying. We signed nobody. We signed nobody. We got a new manager. My players have aged, and you still can't win the Premier League. You still can't win it. We don't even have Premier League heritage like that. We have English heritage. But Premier League heritage, we have one Premier League.
No, don't forget European heritage. You're European heritage too.
Oh yeah, we're European royalty. We're not European heritage. European royalty.
Oh yeah,
That's
yeah.
the
Come on,
conversation.
gang.
But in terms of heritage, like in the Premier League, while it's been the Premier League specifically, Arsenal have actually won more than Liverpool. But because it's but I don't believe in you lot's heritage anymore because it was 20 years ago. It was 20 years ago. So
but you're using the Michael Owen
there is
thing.
No one in the club that was at
but
Arsenal.
then you're using the Michael Owen thing from 25 years ago.
Yeah, man. Yeah, man. Agenda have to run. As I said, agenda have to run, troops. The bottom line is there is no one at Arsenal. Is there anyone that still exists in the Arsenal institution that was there 20 years ago? Can someone fact check that for me? Is there anyone that still works at Arsenal? And don't give me the dinner ladies. Is there anyone at Arsenal that still works there when you guys won the Premier League? Does anyone still work there? Is there any affiliation to the club?
Gunnosaurus.
That's the only one. And didn't he get made redundant? Or is he back now?
It might have just been a COVID thing.
So I don't even know if Gunnosaurus is back, but last time I checked, he got made redundant, innit? He got made redundant.
Ozil paid his wages.
Oh yeah, Ozil. Yeah, shout out Ozil. Real dog. Shout out Ozil. But this is what I'm saying. So for me, I understand you have to believe in your team and you have to hope, but don't mix hope with logic, because all you Arsenal fans do, not all of you, but what a lot of you lot do is talk. You talk like it's logic when it's actually hope. It's not actually logic. So, for example, when you beat Leicester, it was now seen as the logical thing to do to support, to think that Arsenal were going to go on to do more. When Leicester are the bottom two teams in the league and it took you to the 86th minute to go and secure that game. But you guys have taken that as logic.
You know what's mad, yeah? These people were saying that we're going to go on a run. Liverpool have a tough run of games. The most games we've won in a row this season is 3. We haven't even won 4 games in a row. But apparently we're going to go on this fantastic run till the end of the season.
This is my point. You barely got through the Wolves game. The Leicester game was an embarrassment for an Arsenal side. Regardless of your injuries, it was an embarrassment. But you lot seem to think that the rest of your games are going to be W's. It doesn't make any sense. Your manager has turned your play style into nothing. You know what I'm saying? Into it's a cancer.
No, not that. Into what they spoke out against a decade ago. They spoke out against the brand of football they now champion, even though the teams they spoke out against it for won trophies doing it. The lack of morality is disgusting. You man will change the goalposts regardless what happens to just feel a little bit better about your football club.
Yep.
But it's still the same end result. No trophies. We saw terrible football, but guess what I saw? I had medals. I got medals with them with that football. You guys, barely Manager of the Month awards.
Medals.
And you know what the maddest part about all of this is? We're going to be here next season having the same exact conversation.
It's going to be the
same exact conversation we've been having for 3 years now. Concentrate. 3 years we've had the same conversation about Arsenal. Oh, you just hating because United are bad and and you lot are rubbed out and Yes, all of those things are true. However, also Arsenal not winning the league title because they are not good enough is true. And the fact that fans just refuse to believe it or just lie to themselves or are just not very smart. Arsenal are not winning a league title under Mikel Arteta. Like Troop said, he spent money. How much more money does he have to spend? What you saying, $1 billion to go and win a major? Is that what we're saying?
How much do the circumstances have to change? You know what I'm saying?
Yes.
Because next year it's going to be...
Arteta is our Brendan Rodgers. We need our Jurgen Klopp.
Yes.
I've said it before. I'll say it again. People go in their feelings. He is Brendan Rodgers on steroids, blood. Yeah? Nothing more, nothing less. That is it, blood. Yeah? Thank you for playing this part, this role in our club, this part of the journey. But now, here is the end goal. Here is the final stop. Get off.
And that's it. And people can't don't overlook that. Yes, he has improved Arsenal from where they was when he took over. However, it's over. You now need that next manager, like Troops just said, to take you to the next level, to go win league titles, to go and win Champions League.
But do you know what's really going to happen? Do you know what's really going to happen? He signed a contract. He signed a contract. When did he sign a contract? This year?
Yeah, it was this year.
He signed a contract this year. So guess what? Every time he finishes second, they will love him more. Every time he doesn't win anything and comes in that top 4, they will love him more. He's the only man to fail and for him to still receive more love.
The man got kicked out of 2 cup competitions in 3 weeks and had a fully paid all-inclusive trip to Dubai.
Yep, they will love him more. They will love him more.
Imagine that.
And that's the Cronkies, and that's also down to the Cronkies. It's not just Arteta. The enabling is from the top to the bottom. That's how mad the enabling is. That's the bottom. If your team ain't gonna sign no one, at least go get a good manager. That's the only reason. That's the only reason. Like, I've not gone mad on Richard Pubes and that man so far. They've got until the summer for me because brother, because brother, nah, bro, because it is Richard Pubes, bro. Man brought in a new manager, then gave him Chiesa. You know what I'm saying? The only thing that these men have done for me is like, you know what, you brought in a bad boy manager, so fair enough. But it doesn't end there. So my thing is that the enabling in Arsenal has been going on for a minute. I've always said Arsenal's hierarchy is not that far off ours. They're not that much different to ours, and ours are shit. Ours are real. Do you get it? Ours are shit, bro. You see what I'm saying? So this is what I mean when you look at Arsenal and and Flawless is spot on. The narrative next year is going to be Liverpool are going to fall off because at least two of their big three, or they're going to lose their big hitters. Liverpool are going to fall off. City have already fallen off. So surely now this is going to be the year for Arsenal. Why must you wait for teams to fall off for you lot to enforce yourselves or etch yourselves in history? Why must you do that? Why must everyone fall off you to etch yourselves in history? That's
and also on top of that, they'll make signings as well and gas them up.
Yeah,
whoever they sign,
even then
Aston will make signings like whether it's like the same way they sign Calafiori and Moreno, they'll make signings in the summer and then they'll be gassed up. Look at how Moreno was spoken about.
Well, let me tell you that, son. Yeah, if we went out and bought Mason Mount, this fan base will gas it.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
If we went out and got fucking Højlund, they will gas it. Oh, he'll save him. Look what he did with Kai.
Fucking yeah, because I remember all the Sterling prop when he first joined. He's going to improve our depth. We've saved another player from Chelsea. Arteta's worked with him before, guys. All of that crap.
This is it. And the worst thing is, Arsenal are the kings of, as I think Lewis, you mentioned it. They will hate on something only to do it themselves and then champion it.
Yep.
When Bobby
We're the most hypocritical fan base, the most hypocritical club that I've ever fucking seen in my life.
When Chelsea,
I remember back in 2021 when the man were doing Smith Rowe is better than Kai Havertz debates.
Yeah, bro, how about this? Look, I've got
which were right because ESR is better.
Oh yeah, they were correct, but they decided to flip the script and suddenly Havertz is better.
But there's clear and concise examples. Example number one: the whole existence of Chelsea Football Club, cursed for their defensive football, cursed for their ball and style of play, cursed for their lack of culture, cursed for all these things. But when Mikel Arteta decides to emulate what Chelsea done to win more Premier Leagues than Arsenal, by the way, in the short time that they've been relevant in the years of football that since it's begun, now it was the set piece FC ole. Bobby Firmino, who played for my football club, when Aubameyang was there, man, them were telling me, what does Firmino do? You know what I'm saying? He doesn't score enough goals for a striker. But the second
they compare Havertz to him now.
Not even that. No. The second they signed Gabriel Jesus, I understand. Oh no, now I get it. Oh, and here's my favorite one. Here is my favorite one. Liverpool are the bridesmaids. All they do is come second. Trying to fight against Man City on just a bridesmaid. How dare you, champion, come second? All you do is come second to do fuck all. They've now Arsenal, the second they have to face Man City. By the way, and while they were cussing us for coming second, they said that they saved football. When we didn't win that quad, Man City saved football. They were the saviors. Now that Arsenal are the ones who are in second place, they're cheats, they're liars. They're criminals. They've cheated football. They're ruining the Premier League. All of these things about the hypocrisy. And now when they're second, it's not that. It's not as deep. We're just waiting. It's okay to be second now that they're second. But when we were second, it was an issue. We were second and winning trophies, and it wasn't okay according to Arsenal fans. We won the Champions League. We won the FA Cup. We won the Carabao Cup twice. But it was never okay for us to finish second and win trophies. Arsenal's won. They won nothing and come second. And there are Arsenal fans out there that are content with what they are doing, but they cost us for it. The hypocrites, it's ingrained in their DNA. The existence of Chelsea, Liverpool, Man City, and the existence of Bobby Firmino and now Gabriel Jesus. There's more examples. I just don't want to go on for too long. It's so hypocritical, bro. It's mad. It's madness. Save football. It's crazy.
I'll take her out.
It's mad.
I'll take her out anyway. Cronky out. all of them out, blood. You get me? Big up my guy Daniel. He says we drop points to Southampton or Leicester. It's gonna get worse. I dare this team to bottle Conference League.
Yes, I agree with every word. Daniel. Big up, man.
Big up Cash. Big up fish to fry, innit? Big up Chon.
Oh.
He says, big up to all of you straight out of Ethiopia.
Come on, Chi. My
You never walk
dog.
alone. Come on, you never walk alone.
Big up my Ethiopian brothers every time. Big up man like Sean. Big up yourself, blood. He says, in the last 5 years, Liverpool will have 2 Prem titles and a Champions League to their name, and Arsenal 1 FA Cup. If there was ever a fan base that needed humbling.
You could go 20 years and it's still only FA Cups. That's what I've always said. You might wonder why I don't respect Arsenal. I've gone through my entire life not being given a reason to. What else was? Give me a reason. Win a league title. Win a UCL. I'm about to win number 3 in that entire lifespan.
You're not about to win number 3, but yeah. Big up Slims.
UCL.
He says, what really got me was everyone saying Marino starting at striker was good. How is playing a player out of position better than an out of form player? Now, I think it was the right decision to put Marino ahead of Sterling because the way he stunk out the place, the way how poor he was against Leicester, he's only been good against Preston, which is fucking Championship, and Bolton, which is League One. So I get that. The one I don't get is putting Calafiori in there, who's defensively all over the place, and taking out Lewis Skelly, who didn't do a damn thing wrong. They're saying he played 5 games in a row, and that was the reason why. But he had a whole week off, so there's no excuses. He could have played. Big up SP. He says the rain has begun. He's gone somewhere.
You never walk alone. 2 seconds.
Fucking hell. Thought you didn't see the wanker. Big up Jun. He says, I wouldn't be surprised if Win submits a transfer request this summer. The audacity to call the dog Win as well, blood.
You had to win something.
The absolute audacity, blood. Maybe it was to do with the women's team because they actually do win. You get me? Big up the Gallum every time. Let's keep slapping them likes as well, chat. We're on 677. I told you, let's get to 1K. We still got over 1,800 inside. Big up yourselves, blood. Lewis.
Sorry, guys. I've got to bounce to another stream. So everyone take care, man. I'll see you all on Friday. Big up, everybody, and up the Chelsea. What's up, guys?
Chelsea.
We know he'll be back. Don't worry. We'll wait, chat. You know
Hey,
what I mean?
run up. Hey, chat. I don't know how many likes we're on, but I know it's not enough. Run up the damn likes, man. Run up the damn likes because you know it's not a lot. Make sure you subscribe here and subscribe to all the man. Subscribe to Lewis. Subscribe to Munt. Subscribe to me as well, man. Make sure you do that. Carefree Lewis G. Big 6 Man Sarcasm City TV. Of course, here TroopzTV as well. We're interested to see what Lewis has to say about.
Yeah, Lewis. Let's talk, bro. You get me? Let's talk, blood. Show your face, blood. Show your face, blood. You get me? Moving like a faceless Twitter account. Nah, less like that, blood. This ain't no YouTube. This ain't no Twitter space. This is YouTube, blood. You get me? But yeah, talk to me, bro. I mean, I predicted a loss. You get me? You predicted a win. I kind of said that you're going to go to Villa and lose. Cole Palmer, we need to discuss because you get me? He was the best thing since sliced bread last season. Better than Saka, better than Foden.
He's still a lot better than sliced bread, to be fair. I hear it. But yeah, it's not been good. It's not been good over the last couple months. Last month. Last month has been really, really poor from him. And cool, that's my preview thing saved. So, yeah, like I said in the phone call, that game broke me because I asked for a lot of changes in terms of like how we set up, and we got a lot of those changes, and it still didn't get me the result that I wanted. That's why the first thing I'll say is Maresca is to blame for the run of games that we're on. 2 wins out of 10 is straight relegation form. He has to take some of the accountability for that. But I don't really know what I can blame him for in terms of this game. We wanted Gusto overlapping. We got Gusto overlapping. We wanted Palmer on the right-hand side. We got Palmer on the right-hand side. We wanted a different player up top instead of Nkunku. We got a different striker up top instead of Nkunku. We wanted some physicality in the midfield. We got Reece James in the midfield to add that physicality. Still lost. Still lost. First half, I thought it was the same thing. We started well. Like, we'd win the league if it was all in 20
I
minutes.
thought first 5 minutes. First 5-10, I thought, yo, Villa are in trouble here, you know.
Yeah, but
Chelsea
I mean,
were very good in the first half in particular. Very
Mhm.
good. You lot should have been more than 1-0 up.
Mm-hmm.
But this is just Chelsea in general. Like I said, we'd win the league if it was 20-minute football games. Sadly, it's 90-minute football games, and we just don't really seem to have the bollocks for that one. Started well, got the early goal from Enzo Fernandez. We were the better team in the first half, but we just seemed to lose that intensity a little bit in the second. But in spite of that, we still made like a lot of good chances. We got the ball in good positions. And honestly, the players just were poor. A lot of the players were poor. Cole Palmer is the first one that has to take the center stage because fuck me, that was terrible from him, especially in the second half. Decision making has fell off a cliff recently. There's no other way to describe it. He's literally just fell off a cliff in terms of.
Did he have too much? Did he have too much street vibes, Rum? Obviously, he was with Cartel the night before. You understand? Fever,
Hey,
banana.
I've seen man going at him for that, and it's like, look, I didn't go after Noni.
Man linked up with Lowski as well. Blood did the drill thing. Man went from
Yeah,
yard
man,
to south.
Do
blood.
your
He was
thing in it. Like, I care about the 90 minutes on the football pitch, and in the 90 minutes on the football pitch,
Man said
you
cursed
played
by
like a bag
lizard.
of crap. You played
Hey,
like a
you
bag of
don't
crap.
know.
That's it. Who?
Man said cursed by lizard. Yeah, I'll tell you after the stream.
No worries, man. No worries. But yeah, Palmer, bag of crap. Gusto, I'm genuinely at a point where he needs to be dropped because everyone was running the narrative that he was bad. I don't know. Like, the idea has been that he can't play the inverted role, and he can't. But we have played you in more than one game overlapping, and you've been crap too. Like, I'm just looking at you at this point and just thinking you've had a terrible season. That's it. You've had a shocking season. Man needs to ride bench. Go play Achimpong there. Achimpong's had a handful of games. He's looked promising there. He can't be worse. No. I'll keep Reece in the midfield. I want front. We need that physicality in there. We need that aggression. We've lacked it a lot without Lavia because it's only Caicedo that has that in him. So, yeah, play Reece in the midfield again for me. Like, he was a bit shaky, but I put that down to him, like, not being very comfortable in that position. With the 2 games that we have coming up, those are the right games to keep experimenting. Neto in the 9 as well. I want to see that happen a bit more. Already offered me more than Nkunku has done all season, just playing in the 9 role for that long. He at least presses the defense. He at least forces them into quick decisions. He at least makes the runs in behind to stretch the defenders. Whether he can bury chances consistently or not, we'll find out. But Nkunku just stands there looking like he's Bunda Zoot before kickoff, just lost, walking around aimlessly. He don't know where to be it whether it's in the middle, whether it's being on the left wing. Mons, I don't know if he's here. Take all the credit. You called out and clueless from early. This brother, I can't be asked for any more minutes for him. I can't be asked for it. Just run the Conference League minutes, and then at the end of the season, get rid. Because by every passing week, I'm wondering why the fuck he wasn't the guy that we loaned out instead of João Felix. Because Felix is yet again another guy who maybe won't move the needle like that, but he'll give me a little bit more than Nkunku does. That brother is straight clueless. The only thing I've got with Maresca is he should not have seen the second half. He should have been left in the dressing room at halftime. Brother is straight lost. It was like we were playing down to 10 men with him there. Play Sancho, play Tyreek George. I don't care. We don't need Nkunku to be playing, especially on the left. He's barely effective in the middle, let alone on the wings. There's no point. No point. But like I said, it was just the standard. We start well in the first half. We fail to maintain it in game. Because we don't really have a lot of depth, there's not really a lot of options for us to bring off the bench anyway. So bar Achimpong for Gusto, I generally don't know who Maresca could have brought on to have any sort of impact in that game. And it's again also part of the reason why our players tire out so quickly too. You look at Aston Villa, they had a bench. They had depth. What did we spend January doing? Getting rid of our depth. So now this is the bench that we brought in. We were talking about having the best depth in the league a couple months ago. I'm wondering where the fuck that went. Because now it's just limited options, left, right, and center. Because we decided to loan the likes of Felix. We decided to loan the likes of Vega. Funnily enough, well, even the Sassy's there, but I don't really give a shit about him either. But there was depth options that we had, and we've just let go of it. And now there's a lot less options for us still. So
I'll go on with Chalobah. Is his injury bad or be all right?
Maresca said he's out for like a week, 10 days. I don't give a damn. Like Tosin should be starting with one or the other anyway. It just means Colwell goes back in, mid v mid between him and Chalobah so far. So I really don't care. Really don't care. But Villa just dunked on our last 2 windows, and I'm glad. We conceded 2 goals, 2 assists, both from January signings. While we sat here all January asking for some depth. There you are. 2 strikers injured on deadline day when we spent 3 windows asking for a striker. There you are. 3 years. We have the 2 seasons where it's the same situation where our best goalkeepers in Blue Co are at Strasbourg. Last season it was
Jorgensen, though.
It was Petrovic. I wanted Jorgensen because the bar is literally in the lowest region, the darkest, the hottest.
Would you put Sanchez back in goal after that era?
Robert Sanchez, no. Jorgensen deserves another 5 games. Robert Sanchez can make 50 mistakes in 50 games and start the 51st. Jorgensen should not be getting dropped after 1 game losing mistake. Now, that howler was fucking disgusting. That was Sunday league level. You're not going to get any, I'm not ignoring it. You fucked up. You gave me the Sanchez in a good game sort of performance where you did a lot of right things and then you fucked up the big chance that led to the winning goal. That's not acceptable.
It wasn't even a big chance. The ball was like rolling like a flipping, like them dustings.
You're talking about
it was a shit goal to give away. It was
tumbleweed. That's it. Yeah, you're talking about tumbleweed.
In the last minute of the game too, but he has to start the next game. Why should that idiot goalkeeper go straight back into the lineup? For what? He is still not better than Jorgensen. He still showed me more composure on the ball than Sanchez. So no, I don't need to see Robert Sanchez play another game for my football club again. But if Jorgensen isn't good enough, that's yet again another indictment on this recruitment team. We have 10 goalkeepers on our books. Why is the best goalkeeper that we have on loan at Strasbourg? Again, why? Why is our only midfield depth Matissa Mugu, who we are only holding here for 6 months to send to Strasbourg when we were screaming for midfield depth? Why? Because our ownership and our sporting directors are fucking incompetent. And with every passing game, the spotlight is on them more and more and more. Aston Villa, behind us. They were like 8-9 points behind us a few match days ago. They're now breathing behind our necks. There is like a 6-point gap between 4th and 10th. Mm-hmm. We should be the ones creating that gap.
Between 4th and 10th, it's a 5-point gap.
There you go. We should be 10 points clear of that. But we've dropped so much ground and we failed to use the January window to consolidate our position. It's sensational that we're still in a position of being 1 game away from 4th. Shows how bad this race has been for top 4. But it's also partly because of us, because we've dropped so much ground in the last couple of months.
Other teams as well,
comes down to recruitment.
Other teams as well, though. Even though you've dropped off, you haven't it hasn't been a dramatic impact because everyone else is shit around you as well, blood. It's like, you know what I mean? Which one is the best out of the shit?
This is why the top 4 race is always you can always get back into it. That's why I even said with United a few months ago.
Flawless.
No, I'll be so real. Give Flawless a run of 4 victories in a row. He'll be back in it.
He's gonna try a 2-game challenge for about 4 victories.
I was trying to get.
He's not even win back to back.
No, I get that, but
Drake, bro.
This is why, remember last season, the whole time we were rotting in mid-table under that Satanist. All I said was, give me a run of victories. I'll be back in the race. I got a run of 5 wins and I finished 5 points off 4th. Because that race is always garbage. That race is always shit. Always is. I say it for years. Top 4 is lava. And everyone's just jumping away from it. Inconsistencies left, right, and center, and we continue to fail to capitalize on it. That's probably the most annoying part of this result. I got nearly every other result I wanted. Liverpool beat City. What was it? Bournemouth managed to lose to Wolves at home.
Yeah.
Forest dropped points. We could have been a point behind them.
Yeah, they lost to Newcastle.
And here we are, fumbling it to an Aston Villa side, and it solely came down to the fact that they used the January window and we didn't. That's why I'm backing this protest.
You ain't the only one.
Because it is results-based, and I'm fine with it being results-based. We could be looking at 3 years out of the UCL. You lot told us you were going to run this better than Roman. Why are you now overtaking the amount of years he spent out of the UCL? You've already equaled it. This season, you could overtake it. Get out. Change the model or get out. Sporting directors need to be sacked. The model needs to be changed. Bring in some fucking experience. Stop doing this innovative shit where it's like, oh, these guys need experience. Let me bring in some random brother who's just retired from rugby. Because, yeah, if we succeed, they'll make a movie about us or some shit. How about you just bring in some fucking experience? 3 windows in a row where we've asked for an experienced leader at the back, a proven goalkeeper, and a striker. 3 windows in a row where you failed to address it. You told us a 4-window plan. The last window was our 5th, and you're putting out PR telling us to wait for window number 6. Fuck off.
Damn.
Did you go to the protest?
We should be consolidating top 4 this season.
Did you go to
and
the
you
protest?
lot have fumbled it.
Did you go? Did you go to the protest?
No, the protest's tomorrow. I'm going to be there for a bit, and then I got to do the watch-along.
Oh, it's tomorrow. I thought it was on the weekend.
Nah. It's tomorrow, 6 p.m. But I got my watch-along 6:45 in it, so I'll be there for a bit, and then I'm bouncing.
There you go, chat to me. You want to let the details of the protests for the people?
Yeah, 6 p.m. outside the bridge, if anyone's there. Fucking joke, man. Shout out to Enzo, shout out to Caicedo, shout out to Neto. These men are good. And yeah, the rest were all meaty to not good enough.
Do you still think you get top 4?
Maybe. Look, the race is still garbage. So, like, City are still getting bopped off the park nearly every other week. Bournemouth aren't consistent. Newcastle don't have any depth. And, like, Nottingham Forest, they're there, but, like, how long? Yeah. I don't know. We're still only 4 points off.
Their form's only stopped as well. I think they've lost 3 out of their last 4.
No, but I think 2 of them was away from home. Or 3, they might have all been away from home. Because I know Bournemouth was away from home 5-0. 4-3 against Newcastle. So I think it's away from at home. They've been good. Like, they obviously Brighton 7-0. I don't know the game after that one, but I know they've lost 2 away from home.
Yeah, they lost. Yeah, you're right. Yeah, it was Fulham.
Yeah, see, it's away from home. At home, it's a different thing.
Well, we'll see, but we're still 4 points off them, so I can't even say like we're out of the title race like that. Loki still thinks City might
top
get
4 race, not title race, top 4 race.
Oh yeah, top 4 race. Yeah, Loki could still see City get 4th.
Who do you think gets top 4? Because obviously Liverpool, Arsenal, there could be 5. So
I'm a stick one I want. So like. Probably City 3rd, Chelsea 4th, Forest 5th.
I think it'll be that too. I've said I think it's the top 4. I think not in order, but Liverpool, Arsenal, City, Chelsea. I think that'll be the 4.
Yeah, I think that might be like the top 4 that you see, or it could be us in 5th and Newcastle in 4th.
I think Newcastle could do something, you know. I think it depends.
They got 1 game a week, but like I'm low-key. I'm hoping they win the cup and like their form just drops a little bit.
That's what I'm saying. I think it depends on
so inconsistent. They're so like that's the
they want to do everything to get that cup, bro. Like they'll sell their mother.
Mm-hmm. Oh, yeah, and like that season will be done for them if they get like mentally. There'll be a part of them that does check out because you've won the first trophy for Newcastle since 1955.
Yeah, it's like 70 years, bro.
Yeah, it's been a minute. So they'll look at that And I do think their focus will drop just a little bit. So I'm hoping they win the cup.
Like the
Don't the
50s,
Carabao
right?
get them? Sorry, Flo.
1955
Don't the Carabao get them Europa?
conference.
Yeah, conference, I think it is. Yeah.
Well, FA Cup's Europa.
Yeah,
Yeah,
FA
yeah,
Cup's
FA
Europa.
Cup
Yeah. FA Cup's Europa.
Because United won it and they finished 8th. They pushed
Yeah.
everyone down one.
Okay.
Yeah, we're the reason you're not in the Europa in the Conference League, isn't it?
Yeah. Oh,
Yeah.
'Cause we won the FA
And the
Cup.
reason why Newcastle's doing 1 game a week because they should have been in conference.
Yeah, with Newcastle, you just don't know what you're gonna get. Good side, but then
They don't have depth. They don't have depth either.
They just
So like they're not really as consistent too. So who knows? Genuinely, who knows? This is the tightest top 4 race in years.
Yeah, because
Look how close
think so.
one loss we could drop to 9th.
Yeah, because 3rd to 8th is 5
I
points.
think you have to go back to like the Arsenal Liverpool one, 2016, 2017, when I think they done us by 1 point.
No, but even then it was similar 2020 for us. Like it was Leicester, United, Chelsea.
Oh yeah, there was the 3 of you.
Yeah. United beat Leicester at their ground last
Yeah,
year.
yeah.
We beat Wolves. Leicester.
Didn't
dropped out.
United score in the last minute?
Yeah, Lingard. Someone had a
Yeah.
bet for Lingard to not score all season. He was
He's
about
in
20
and scored.
digits.
Yeah,
He scored in added time.
Added time.
I remember. Yeah,
That
he
is
did that, Jay Links.
cruel, bruv.
Crazy.
Shout out Jay Links.
But yeah, we're fucked.
Yeah, it's looking peak for Chelsea, man, but it's looking peak for all of us apart from that peanut head. Big up Beige and Reds, man, like Barnes. I don't even know if it's Barnes, because there's a whole heap of them. Is it Barnes, yeah?
Yeah,
Okay.
Barnes, yeah.
He says, thank you, troops. Nah, let me try to do it in the Bayesian accent. Thank you, troops, for calling out the delusional fan base. Them man's brains, mad franchise, brother. Flawless, Lewis, my G, and Mons, we are winning the league.
There you go.
How was
There
that
you
for
go.
us?
No, that wasn't too shabby. You know what
All
I'm
right,
saying?
yeah.
Part of it was better than others, but it was decent.
Of course, it was better. I'm from the Caribbean, so you know I know the kind of ways that the kind of way they say their words. I mean, I call them Black Irish blood. My dad, God rest their soul, but I used to always say them sing. So them sing when them talk. I say, yeah, man. But big up Barnes every time, man. Big up June again. He says, since Mudryk left, we have never been the same. Hey, yo, he's got a point, yo.
Mudryk revisionism. Oh, do you see how fucked we are, guys?
Mm.
That's what happens when you go 2 wins in 10. We start doing Mudryk revisionism. But hey, that's the end of the Chelsea section. Go on, Flawless.
Yeah, foolish. You're pissed, bro. Like, Mons popped up right. Oh, you're pissed, bro. Like, Lewis survived, blood. Lewis survived,
man.
bro.
We have to move on.
Lewis survived, blood.
Everton versus Man United, man. I
don't know if you're going to survive.
Lewis, why'd you round it off so quickly, though? Why'd you round it
Nah,
off?
we
I
were
said
done.
everything I needed to say. Like, yo, we've been going for nearly 3 hours, innit? We got to do United.
Not nearly. No, listen, I'm just saying, like, I'm just saying.
I got to do a stream.
Did you guys cover Cole Palmer?
Yeah, we spoke about Cole Palmer.
He's used the Harlem Spartans. He still dropped his
Yeah,
fingers.
man. What do you mean? Street vibes, Ram, Lowski, and them team,
Yeah,
man.
we
Don't
already
worry
gone
about
through
that.
that. Everton v United, I didn't watch the game, so
Yeah.
I would like to hear Flaw's perspective on the game.
Yeah. What about your squad? Do you like your squad, Lewis?
Yeah, we spoke about. We got through all of
Yeah,
that.
you don't rate the squad anymore. You don't rate your squad no more, now.
No, I mean our squad's still decent. Still a decent.
Still decent,
squad.
yeah. Okay, that's fine.
But flawless.
Yaga.
Scammer rim. Scams a draw, blood.
Yeah, man. Ponzi scheme FC in full effect. You seen it? Well, we all seen it. Because we was dead and we.
Your boy Bruno kickstarting it.
You need to stop with this devil's advocate thing.
He did kickstart it, blood.
You got to stop with. No, Pickford kickstarted it. Say it right. You know what I'm saying? Pickford.
Why? What, you think him taking that one step?
That's it's football 101 when you're a goalkeeper. When there's a free kick, you have the wall to take one side of the goal, you cover the other side. If someone bends it over the wall and it goes top bins, you hold your hands up and say, yeah, that's a quality free kick. If it goes keeper side, it's normally 99 times out of 100, it's a keeper mistake. And it went bottom corner. It didn't even go top corner. If Pickford was where he was supposed to be, he saves that. Salute to Pickford, though, because that did indeed kickstart it 110%. But I'm sure, I don't know if you've got stats or anything else you want to say before I continue.
Nah, go.
All right, cool. So yeah, you with this devil's advocate thing all the time. And every time you do it, players continue. It was Onana's our best player. And he's made mistakes.
Did he not make that vital save at 2-0?
Oh, so we just ignoring the second goal with the volley, where he said it.
What, you're blaming him? What, you're not blaming Maguire?
I'm not saying no. I get
Maguire literally went like this.
I'll get to it. Maguire, who you said has been our best centre back and has been making mistakes ever since. But I was hating, yeah.
So I'm the curse, yeah. I'm the curse.
No, yeah, you just gotta stop playing devil's advocate. You on this foolishness. That's what it is, because ball. And every time you do this nonsense, the players then continue to make mistakes, and this is what happens. Like the same way they say, like that's why.
When I say it, I actually mean it. I'm actually like, it's
not
my fault if after I say it, he falls off a cliff.
No, because the thing is, no. You say these things, and he's been making mistakes, but just because it doesn't cost us a goal, it's not spoken about as much. Same way when a referee makes an error in a game, if that team wins the game, it's not spoken about as much. Like that's what it is. Like Spurs battered Ipswich 4-1. Spurs had a stonewall penalty turned down when it was O'Shea for Ipswich crashed into, I think it was Kulusevski. But because they won the game 4-1, nobody's talking about it. And that's the same with this. Maguire's been making mistakes, but because it hasn't cost us goals, it's not spoken about as much. So in regards to the second goal, is that solely on Onana? No, but it's an awful save. It's an awful save. It was like a volleyball set. The shot wasn't powerful. It wasn't well struck. Anyone who watches volleyball where they set it for the person to then, with the big right hand or big, whatever the case may be. Yeah, like that's what it is. As for Maguire, the player who's been our best centre-back, he ain't been our best centre-back now, has he? 3 mistakes in 1 goal he made. I've never seen that before, ever. I've seen multiple individuals make mistakes for a goal, but I've never seen one player make 3 mistakes in 1 goal. So we'll start there, however we're going to start there. The ball down the side where Beto runs, makes the run. Even though he's not the quickest, you can still have better positioning. He then gets back in, and I believe it's Harrison who cuts into it on his right foot. Harrison is going to go right foot. Keep him on his left foot. And then after that, after Onana makes the poor save, you don't even jump with the Corey. And that's what you're supposed to be good at. So he's at fault there, as is Onana's at fault there. The first goal, Dalot. Again, another set piece. I thought initially, until I watched it back, there was players in front of him as the cross is coming in, and he's seen it late. He sees it the whole way, just not switched on, just not concentrating. And that's why it bounces off him, it hits his thigh, and then obviously they keep it alive and they end up scoring. But I say all that to say this. The players I just mentioned, this is on the manager. Again, say this. Personnel issues. Have no issue with the system. Have no issue with the tactics. Been saying this. As someone said to me yesterday was like, a back 3 don't suit these players. Back 4 don't suit these players. There's no tactics or system that suit these players because they're not very good. However, you continue to pick them, and that's on you. Like that's why when they pan to him on the touchline, when we make a mistake, I say this is your fault. 110%. You continue to play Maguire. That's on you. And he made mistakes even outside of the goals. You continue to pick the low. That's on you. People will praise Bruno for the free kick, but the penalty issue, who gave the ball away for that everyone's conveniently forgetting? Bruno. Kick the ball into panicked. Kick the ball into our own box.
Do you think it was a penalty?
Like a cross. Yeah, it was a stone. Yeah, it's a stonewall penalty. 100%. Just because like I said earlier, just because Ashley Young has made the most of it, why he's had to do all that, I don't know. It's still a penalty. Because if that's on the flip side down the other end, and that's one of our players, and it's not given, I'm going crazy, even if my player goes down in theatrical fashion. It is. But yeah, performance in particular, first half, terrible. Woeful performance. We was awful. Absolutely offered nothing. And I was like, this game's over. I see no comeback on the horizon whatsoever. We didn't have our first shot on target to the 72nd minute, which was the goal. We went 70 minutes without having a shot on target. And then obviously Bruno ended up scoring. Agate had the good strike. And then we was in the ascendancy from there. But he continues to pick these players. These performances are going to continue to happen, continuing to play Højlund. And guess what? He played Cheeto some decent minutes, people. Everybody's like, youth players ain't ready. And our senior players ain't ready. Yeah, you got 20 minutes. Our senior players ain't ready. I'm tired of this conversation about the youth players not being ready. Our senior players are not ready. That's why we are 15th. And
he wasn't even.
He was decent. He did it. He wasn't destroyed.
More than Højlund.
Yeah, he did way more than Højlund. He just did the basics. Held the ball up a couple times, played some passes, made some intelligent runs.
Hit it wide.
Was actually dragging the defenders out of space. Yeah, like that's what it is. His confidence wasn't destroyed. Yeah, he was walked into a terrible environment and it's toxic and negative. Guess what? He gonna play the next game. His football career has not been over. I've been shouting about playing youth players from Spider-Man rooftops for months. Played him, as we seen with Cheeto. And he wasn't great, but he wasn't awful the way people were making out. You know why? He's been a professional footballer most of his life, I'm guessing. So he actually has some fundamentals to control the ball, pass it, make runs. And we've seen that. Play over youth players. Been saying this, because if the manager continues to play the players he's been playing, guess what's going to happen? Going to continue to put in poor performances, going to continue to get poor results. Only positive from that outside of Cheeto was the result. That was it. We managed to get a draw because it was looking bleak, and that was looking like one of those defeats and one of those games where a lot more people would have turned. I think it was like that. As bad as it's been,
a draw, people are okay with the draw.
Not okay with the draw, but it's result at the end of the day. Because we weren't favorites going into the game, and 2 at 2-0 down, how we was playing, the game was dead and buried. So it's kind of like, all right, that's the only positive is getting a draw, which in the long term of things don't mean too much, but short term it does, because you can't continue to lose games. And I think we've lost 2 in our last 10, 3 games in our last 10 across all competitions, and if it don't feel that way. It feels like if someone said you've lost 6 out of your last 8, I'd be like, yeah, it sounds about right. So you haven't been losing a lot, but that's how bad the performances have been and how bad our defeats have been. It feels like more. So it was an important point. It was an important point, because if we would have lost that, I believe it would have been bleak and a lot more people would have turned, and it would have been more conversation surrounding the manager. You just got to survive in terms of getting results in the Premier League at this point.
Your thoughts changed?
No. I stand on everything I've said prior to it. Manager needs to pan up. That's where I'm at with it. Yes, you are right, Warrior J. 72 minutes, which is horrendous. And I put that more so I don't put that on the attackers out there. I put that on the manager out there. If you have Højlund and Bruno in your front three, that's going to happen. That's why I don't hear about Bruno the savior. We just going to bypass that. It's supposed to be a savior and a great creator and great, so good going forward. And we had 0 shots on target for 70 till the 72nd minute. We had 3 shots on target.
Until Everton started sitting back, I thought they were going to clean up. I thought it could be 3-4.
No?
I think them sitting back is what cost them.
But that's go on, sorry. Go on.
And I totally agree that if Bruno doesn't score that goal, it's a complete different game. They probably don't see it out. Because both goals literally came from set pieces. Like even Agate, there were 2 pieces of brilliance where good finish from Bruno, but then Agate on his wrong foot. You know what I mean? It wasn't really coming from open play.
No, it was never. But Everton are where they are in the table for a reason.
Do you credit Amorim with the changes? Because Garnacho came and made a difference.
Because Garnacho's better off the bench. No, I don't credit you for putting out fires you started. As poor as Garnacho is, Garnacho's better.
Fools don't care, bro. I don't care. I don't care. Let's stop that nigga.
And the reason why I'm so critical of him is because I keep saying this. I rate him. If I rate you, I am going to sound like this. The reason why I'm not heavily critical about Bruno or Højlund or Garnacho or Delo, because I don't rate you. So unless I'm asked about it, I don't really bring it up. But the reason why I'm on Amorim's case is because I know you know better. Because I've heard what you've said in press conferences. I hear what you've said. You've literally pointed out all of the weaknesses. And I've watched you on the flip side drop, man. I keep mentioning this. The reason why I liked what I seen at the start, it wasn't so much certain results and certain performances. It was dropping, man.
He dropped Rashford
and Garnacho.
Was Rashford the right decision? Was that the right decision?
Yeah,
because now
was definitely the right decision.
Look what he done to Chelsea. He came. He was literally a key part of why Chelsea got mudded. You get me?
Absolutely. And this is someone.
Could Amorim not sit him down and put an arm around him? I mean, let's be real. Rashford is better than all of your front line.
He tried.
You got rid of your best forward.
Rashford wanted to leave. Troops. People forget.
But couldn't there be a way to?
He wanted to leave.
Like for example, look, Xhaka wanted to leave under Emery. Arteta came in and convinced him to stay.
There's no convincing.
Why couldn't him and Amorim come to
be here? He don't want to be here. He said it
himself.
Minds
can change.
He don't want to. But now I'm not changing your mind.
He's a Manny boy. He's Manny through and through.
Exactly. Like. So it should be. So you shouldn't want. You should want to
paint in the hood. He's got a painting.
Yeah.
Where's that?
What?
Where's that painting of him in the hood?
What painting? I'm not sure. Probably in his ends, Wivenshaw. So I'm guessing it's in Wivenshaw. But I could be wrong. I'm not sure. He wanted to leave. Bear in mind, he averages 8 league goals per season for us. I'm not crying about him staying, about him leaving.
But then look at the impact he's made at Villa.
It is cool, and that's at Villa. Do well.
And he could actually help Villa get that Champions League spot.
Because the pressure's different there. Aston Villa and Manchester United is 2 completely different worlds. That's why. Villa can go and not win for 5 games, and guess what? No one's having a conversation about it. We lose 1 game.
I think they will now.
News. Say again?
I think they will now.
No. What I'm saying is, this is what people don't get. Manchester United and Aston Villa.
Now, of course, there's no difference. But I'm saying, I think now, if they went 5 undefeated, I think people will get a bit antsy. The money they spent,
they've been poor this season at points.
But everyone's been poor as well, so they hasn't. Like I said,
so exactly
with Chelsea being so shit, it hasn't been detrimental to them. Same with Villa.
That's my point, though. When Villa drew at home to Ipswich, what a conversation.
10 men.
We play
10 men Ipswich.
Yeah, exactly.
No, Ipswich had 10 men.
Yeah, this is my point. Imagine we draw to Ipswich on Wednesday.
Yeah.
It's worldwide news.
Yeah.
Bear in mind, we are closer to Ipswich than Villa. Villa are a much better side than both.
You did draw to Ipswich.
Yeah.
The first game.
I'm talking
about
OT.
At OT it would be like it wasn't. Like it's true. Like at Portman Road, you'll hear it, but it will. You know what I mean? At OT is when you'll see like even like the Arab man like, oh, Harry Maguire, oh, the French, oh, yalla.
And that's my point. The point I'm making is they just drew to Ipswich Town.
Yeah.
It wasn't even national news like that.
Nah.
If we draw on Wednesday because we got Ipswich at home, it's worldwide news. It's the number 1 trending story from the Premier League midweek. You lot could go and lose to Forest. Liverpool could lose.
And that'll be number 1 because man's rant's gonna go shung. So
yeah, Chelsea could lose to who you lot got the midweek, Lewis. Oh, Southampton.
Southampton at home.
Southampton. Even if they drop points to Southampton, if we draw or lose to Ipswich, so it's different worlds. That's why. And like I said, adding in, Rashford wanted to leave. Man's been here 10 years and hasn't got 100 league goals. I'm cool with Rashford leaving. No issue. My problem is replacements in regards to that. And not necessarily a transfer. I would have took a loan, like I said, or I would have took a youth player playing. That's where my issue lies. Getting rid of him isn't the issue. It's in regards to the replacement. And that's what I liked about what Amorim did early on, dropping Rashford and Garnacho from the squad. Rashford then didn't play again. Garnacho didn't start the next 4 to 5 games, I believe. That's what I liked. And I thought that was going to continue. It didn't. That's where my issue lies. Is you started off like that and then reverted back to playing players who have been poor for so long. That's it. That's why I crash it on him. That's why Garnacho it's obvious Garnacho's better off the bench because he's been better off the bench his entire Manchester United career under Ten Hag. It's clear as day. More often than not, when he's had a positive impact on the game, it's coming off the bench. So continue to use him off the bench. Simple. That's why I don't give him credit for that. But like I say, we managed to get the draw because a defeat would have been, it was one of those that was looking peak. People still criticizing him, and rightfully so. This is why I don't defend him when people criticize him. Because you are not giving people ammo to shoot you with. You are giving people the whole armory. That's your fault. That's on you.
Pause.
Perform better. Simple as that. Perform better. And I know you can do better because I've watched you do it in the short amount of time you've here. I've watched you make certain moves, play certain lineups, drop certain players, play certain players, get results when we're not expected, make the correct changes. I've seen you do this. So the fact that you're not doing it is just it just baffles me. It's mind-boggling. I watched what you did in Europe. Despite the opposition, I watched what you did in Europe. It's like, all right, there's something there. And then you continue to do this, play these foolish lineups. And against Ipswich, if you do the same and we drop points, guess what? I'm not on the players. It's you. Play better lineups. Because even the patterns and things we was doing, that's gone. Players are no longer even listening to instructions to a T and trying to execute. Let me clarify that. Execute instructions. That's why I say play youth players, because they'll listen.
Are they not listening, or can't they take the instructions on?
No, they can, because I've watched them, all of these players take the instructions on board and attempt to execute them, even if it didn't go right.
So are you saying they had enough of Amorim already?
Well, these players have previous of doing this. Some of them, yes, 100%. Without doubt.
Already?
I don't care about that. Yeah. Because when you lose games, that's what's going to happen. And these players will hide.
But it's their fucking fault.
Yeah, it is their fault. But who's playing them?
He ain't got no one else to play them.
Because they're not good enough. That's why I want, despite I don't care who the manager is, I want these players gone. Been saying this. We're going to have exits anyway in terms of contracts and stuff. I want the rest of them gone. Pick a number. It's like bingo. Pick a number, want them gone. Outside of the new signings, because they just got here, the youngsters, Ahmad and Maino, anybody else can go.
You happy with Dogu?
Yeah, Dogu was one of the few positives. One of the few positives, because the intent was there. The difference between him and Dalot is major, and Doggy wasn't even
years.
great. Yeah, and he was just okay. He just overlapped. Yeah, a couple of the crosses went
He got
wayward.
good crosses.
He put in one good cross for Hoyland, the one at the near post. But yeah, the fact that again, I'm talking
When he
about
stepped on Pickford.
the ball. Yeah, it's a Hoyland fee. But again, Hoyland shouldn't be out there. But again, who's that fault? Is that I'm not blaming Hoyland. I'm not blaming Hoyland for that. You ain't scored in however many
Should he
games.
play instead of Hoyland? Cheeto. Should he start Cheeto?
Yes.
Would you start Cheeto?
I would start Cheeto. Yes. What do you have to lose? You go from 15th to 16th.
Do you see this as an opportunity like when the Rashford opportunity came around when he was a youth and he played in the Europa League, got the 2 goals, and then starting against us and got the 2 goals again?
Absolutely.
Do you think this could be Cheeto's time?
It could definitely be. Because I'll tell you this right now, with this seeing him play for 20 minutes, he's better than Hoyland. I know that much. So play him. Because United fans love to stand by. I thought our slogan was youth, courage, success. Now people don't want to play the youth. Now they're scared, but that's what I've heard that so many times. Youth, courage, success. But people don't want to now play, they're not ready. The senior players ain't ready. Man's gone 0016 twice our striker, and now he's 0011. Or whatever it is. What are we talking about here? Man has 3 goals in 20 odd appearances.
That's crazy.
And people will still sit here and defend it. So it's like, what are we going to play him to the end of the season? No, try it. Because bear in mind, we still have 2 cup competitions, people. The board, yes, may have written off the season. Big up to Saeed every single time. You talking about Shabazz?
Once apologize.
I don't know. Is he talking about Shabazz? I'm asking.
Bro, word to Flawless. I don't need to apologize to him for putting out a fire they started. It's my new favorite saying.
Yeah, man. I'll give credit for that.
Favorite saying.
Well, I give credit for that. Not that scenario, but people like, oh, you want to play superhero for certain you started. No, absolutely not.
Man's decision making is not good enough all season. He does it in the big game. We give him credit for the game. Can you do it going forward? Because that's not the norm. The norm isn't him being good in front of goal. You know what I'm saying? The norm isn't Garnacho being good. I'm not saying Szoboszlai's on Garnacho's level. He's way better than Garnacho. But yeah,
absolutely. Yeah,
it's the same principle. It's not disrespect. It's expectation.
Yes.
It's expectation.
And that's where I'm at. And that's where I'm at with it. That's why I'm not hearing this Bruno thing, because if that penalty gets given, he's not being crashed on. Bear in mind, De Ligt shouldn't do what he did. Maguire shouldn't do what he did. Onana shouldn't have made the mistake that he did. But you've caused that by just kicking the ball into. I don't even know what he was trying to do. That's how bad it is. I don't even understand where you trying to clear the ball? Was it a pass? Take a touch. Have some composure. Like a little bit. And speaking of youth, Amarin mentioned that I mentioned countless times and will continue. We still have 2 trophies to try and go win. And he's mentioned about playing youth players in the cup competitions. Do that. Play them. Why not? As good as quality and as class as the class of 92 was, and they were walking into a way better environment with a way better team and a way better manager, they were under so much more pressure. They were under so much more pressure to perform than this lot. Our youth players are under 0. Cheeto's under no pressure to perform. Cheeto plays, and from now to the end of the season, he don't score. He'll be like, all right, you're not good enough, but it's not going to be a crashing on him and, oh my God, it's such a conversation. Same way with any of the other players. Like that's where I'm at with it. So yeah, we got a draw. We got 2 games coming up. Obviously, the Ipswich game, the Fulham game, and the FA Cup, which is a big game as well. I'm gonna go pattern up. Play the youth players. Been saying it. Let's see what happens.
I hear that, man.
Go on.
Oh, go on then.
Yeah. How the mighty have fallen, and they continue to fall. You know what I'm saying? You're not flying. You were never flying. You're falling in style, man. I feel like
what's it? Buzz Lightyear.
Yeah, man. You're not flying. You're falling in style.
Classic, man.
You know what I'm saying?
Classic.
That's what it is. Flawless. I'm glad that you still hold your team to a certain standard. I mean, it comes with detriment because you have to sit there and watch bullshit, and you have to listen to mutants act like what you saw was okay on the weekend. We all saw the first 72 minutes of that game, and it was dross. You know what I'm saying? It was horrible. You, man, were saved by the players. And even the players aren't good enough. We know the players aren't good enough, but the players save the manager. Because all this manager does is make mistakes and try and rectify them rather than just getting it right to begin with. That is not someone who I'd be giving my blank checkbook to. That is not someone who I would trust with the crest of Manchester United. That is not someone who I'd offer a 5-year contract. There's a reason why he only has 18 months left. Paying him out is not difficult to do. Has he done enough to keep the job and warrant windows to get his own players for next season? That's what I want to know. You know what I'm saying? That's what I want to know. Has he warranted that? Has he warranted that? Because I don't think he does. I called it from early that something ain't right with this Amorim guy. Don't get me wrong. Every manager does deserve at least one window, but a manager also needs to show that they're worth the window. You know what I'm saying? To show that they're worth, to show that, you know what, I've improved X amount of players, even though the others aren't good enough to adapt. I ain't really seen that. If you, as I said, it might be a carbon copy of what I said last week in terms of like not being able to steady the ship is just a big concern for me. If I was the Man United fan, like if you come in and steady the ship and you number 10th or 11th, 10th or 9th or 8th, I can go, you know what? There's been an improvement. So he's better than what you brought in. Go give him some players.
That's what I said to you, Flawless.
Yeah.
No, and the thing is, I agree with that. I have no pushback on that. 100%.
Yeah.
He took us from awful to diabolical. This is why I hold him. This is why I hold him more accountable.
Now, why can't he go to a back four?
But
this is not even. He doesn't have to go to a back four.
Yes, you don't have to go to a back four.
There's just certain tweaks he never needed to make. And again, like man, I'm saying months. Like even Z, shout out Z. Yeah, he says the personnel ain't good. We know the personnel not good. So if the personnel ain't good, why is it the players that bailed you out on the weekend? Why is it the players bailed you out?
Yeah, they did.
You can't keep telling me the personnel's not good when the players have bailed you out. We know the personnel's not good, but if you're getting bailed out by guys that aren't good, what does that say about you as a manager?
Yeah. And that's where the criticism lies.
He's not a complete.
But I rate Amorim as well, Flawless. But Monster's right.
Again, no. I rate him too, which is why I'm so critical of him. This is why the players ain't good. Z's right. I know the players are terrible.
I'm Flawless,
you should still be doing better.
But you know, it's Flawless. As a rival, you know, always going to give him more time than I'm going to give him. You know how long I've been on Amorim. I've been on Amorim for before it was kind of like even the time where it was unfair to be on Amorim. I was on Amorim simply because I just feel like the job that Ten Hag was doing was a lot. Like I feel like it's not that hard to do better than what Ten Hag's doing. It's very difficult to do well. It's very difficult to do decent, but it's not hard to be better than what Ten Hag was doing, in my opinion. Do you know what I'm saying? If you're an able coach, which I believe Amorim is, I believe he's an able coach, which is why I'm going, this ain't good enough. This really isn't good enough, but 4, 5, 6 games ago wasn't good enough either. You see what I'm saying? The little tweaks, how long it took for Højlund for you to notice that Højlund's a bum. Xerxes being your best attacking player since you've walked in, and he's still getting the here nigga damn minutes. He's still getting microwave minutes.
Yeah, he's still getting the count minutes.
Yeah, you're seeing guys like Garnacho. You've frozen him out the squad. Do you know what I'm saying? And then put him back in, and got rid of Rashford and Anthony. When now, I know Rashford wanted to leave, but Anthony is out here kicking ball. Not saying Anthony's a great player, but you've opted for defensive fullbacks instead of attacking fullbacks when you have 3 attackers that don't score goals. You have a midfielder who scores goals when he goes further forward, but he's now being played in the pivot. So you're not utilizing the only thing that's probably left in this game. Bruno without the GA is nothing. Bruno without GA is worthless. Borderline worthless.
You don't even get GA like that.
You don't even get GA like that. So you can't, like, you have to maximize Bruno's GA to bail out a team that's already performing poorly. You know, Mazraoui was your best performing player. He's now one of your players that you look at go, what's happened to him? You continue to play Maguire through this bad form when that probably shouldn't happen. You know, don't get me wrong. Where I will say he hasn't been helped is the individual mistakes. He hasn't been helped with guys like.
Why I blame him for that? Because them individuals shouldn't be playing. That's why I blame him.
I mean,
Maguire mistakes.
I don't even Maguire because Bayern is no different.
No. Onana, I get it because you're a goalkeeper. You don't throw a youngster in there.
Specifically Onana.
Yeah. Onana, I give him a blind.
Yeah.
Because Bayern is injured.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. So Onana has to play, but Onana parrying the ball into the air and then not
take a step back.
He took it, bro.
He took a step back,
bro.
He took a step back.
Decore dunked on him. He hung his
took a
nuts
step
in his.
back.
What do they do in basketball when they swing?
Yeah.
What is it when they swing off the rim and man's nuts
Dunk.
poses in his face? The dunk.
Yes.
That's the biggest form of disrespect, bro. The biggest
Absolutely.
form of disrespect. It's giving me vibes when Mitrovic dunked on Trent, and there was the still image where Trent was like that. That's what it was. You know what I'm saying? It's nuts.
Mhm.
And you got guys like Cheeto coming on, and it's just simple decision making. Garnacho was good off the bench, but Cheeto made a specific run 4 times. He didn't get the ball back once. Because all Garnacho wanted to do was cutting, head down, cutting, head down. Now, he wasn't bad, Garnacho, and there were times where the cutting was the right thing to do. But every time Cheeto made that run, brought it down, popped it off to Garnacho, runs the channel, didn't see, like, bro, he didn't receive the ball once. You have to feed your striker once, man. Like, so much bad decision making for Man United. And I hope also people know, credit to Everton, by the way. Not a lot of people are saying it, but Everton are really a new animal. You know what I'm saying? Under Moyes, really a new animal. And as for the penalty, I agree. I think it was a penalty, but it's not a penalty because of how theatrically he went down. Didn't need to do that.
It's hella theatrical.
Fair.
And in regards to it, when you mentioned about has he done enough for the summer and the open checkbook, I hear all the criticism. That's why you haven't heard me say anyone's wrong with any criticism of Amorim. The only issue I have with 2 things. One, he's been in this scenario before in regards to Sporting. When he went in, it got worse and it was like this. And this isn't me defending him. This is me talking about the state of the club. Because as much as I'm critical of Amorim and my faith is dwindling, I trust our board less. I don't trust them to go and get the correct person. I don't trust them. So let's say hypothetically, people, we sack Amorim. The board would then have to go and hire a new manager, get all of the outgoings right, then get the incomings right to then suit his style. I don't trust these people. And now we're hearing stuff like budget cuts and all this type of stuff, and the canteen being closed, and we're sacking people and da. I never knew something for new owners to come in and there's no money. Never has that happened in football. Have I seen a club get taken over and there's been budget cuts because it's been run badly beforehand? Never has that have I seen that happen. Ever have I seen that happen. But now it's a problem. Like, it makes no type of sense, and I don't trust Ineos to go and do all of these things. We have a big summer regardless whether it's even with Amorim. But if they were to then go and sack him, they then have to do even more work. And you've already shown your piss poor. Because bear in mind, people, this is the first year under their tenure. This is their first full season under their tenure, and look how bad it is. Look where Chelsea are, and they're complaining about their owners and their direction and what they're doing. This is supposed to be, remember, all the summer conversation. Ineos on smoke, Manchester United with structure, and they're going to do this and that. And we are currently sat 15th with the worst squad we've had in the Premier League era. You fucked up so badly with the first manager. Horrendous with Ten Hag. Even though he wasn't your guy, the way you went about it in the summer and then refusing to sack him was all crazy. You then brought in Amorim and put him in the situation he's in. What are we talking about here? What are we doing? Absolute football. People will continue to praise these lot. They are part of this. They ain't full to blame, but they take blame. Because if we was flying and we was second, or if we was third and we was fourth, all I'd be hearing about is how Ineos have done so well. Look how they've changed us around. They deserve blame, like the manager deserves blame, like the players do. Sorry. What are we talking about here? But people are going to continue. Now people are finally, but you know what? Ineos ain't even know that. They've never been shit from the jump. Don't take results and for things to get this bad for me to go, hey, you know what? Ineos ain't never been good. Doesn't mean they haven't done good things. Same way bad players have good games. Same way bad players have purple patches and will have good runs of form. That don't make them a good player. No, you're just a bad player in good form. And we've seen this in particular at Manchester United where players have gone on runs or the team's gone on a run, whether that's in the league or that's in a cup competition. This is why we've managed to pick up trophies along the way. As bad as we've been in the past 10 years. Still picked up 5 trophies in 10 years and we're still in 2 now. But don't think that they're just blameless. Because I don't like how they're just not a part of the conversation whatsoever. Because this is their first full year, remember? And they had ample, it's not like they took over in the summer and only had the summer to deal with it. They took over February last year. So they had all of February up until the summer, and then they had the summer and the rest of it. And this is the first full year under their tenure, and look at where we are. We've blamed the Glazers for much less, and fuck them. But we've blamed them for much less. But yeah, Ineos in, yeah. All right. Sure.
So, are you Ineos out?
Been Ineos out from the beginning. From the beginning. Didn't want him in the first place.
No, I hear that. Big up, I love gambling. Make sure you gamble safely, people. He says, Lewis, I hear that Kai Sinet, CB, and coal farmer Jimmy are boxing for charity at the protests. Any truth to this?
If someone can get Jimmy some travel, there probably would be some truth to it, but nah, I don't think so. Still.
Jimmy, a madman. Big up, Jimmy.
Big up Jimmy every time.
Big up Morton Pedersen. Man, like Morton Gans Pedersen, bro. We have legends of the Barclays era in the chat, blood. You understand? If you know, you know. He says, Arsenal superior to LFC in every part before the season. Now, it is if we were without Salah. We were without Salah 17 games last year. 12 of those Premier League games. Lost one against Arsenal. Scored 41. 14 wins, 2 draws and a loss. Done well. Big up Nasir. Big up Nasir. He says scammers got lucky. Remember Young was an OG in diving that prick.
Mm-hmm.
And then did you pick up Moise joke pre-match about certain players on a free transfer not far away from Goodison?
What's Moisey joke pre-match about certain players in the way? What?
I didn't see it.
Yeah.
Is he talking about he said because Salah and I can Trent are out of contract and they need a few players. I think he was talking about that.
Okay.
Yeah. That's what's talking about.
He's a madman. Big up Cash again. He says Chido needs a confident team to learn from. He's still young, like Wanyeri, learning from Saka, but Chido lacks that. What do you think?
It's still young, like
Basically saying like Wanyeri's learning off Saka. Who's Chido learning off? Hoyland.
No, he's not learning off Hoyland. It's like, yo, go play ball, man.
Or like getting advice or anything like.
Yeah, advice. Talk to. I'm sure he knows some form of legends or experienced players.
He's from Denmark.
Yeah, I'm sure if Cheeto needs advice, he's been in professional.
Hoyland from Denmark.
Yeah, he is from Denmark. Hoyland is from Denmark. I'm sure if he needs advice, I'm sure he has. Eriksen's Danish. There you go. Experienced, quality player. What are we talking about here? Like, what we talking about?
They got Kika. Says, man, them does Gravenberch remind you of Vieira or nah? Nah, Vieira's a bit different.
No, he don't. His profile's not like Vieira's.
Completely different to Vieira.
Yeah.
Vieira was like box to box. You just go up and down, up and down, up and down, up and down, and it's all
they different.
He never got tired, bro. That guy loves running. Other weekend games, just gonna fly through them quickly, blood. I actually had them. Now they're gone, bro. 1 sec. Okay, here we go. Leicester 0, Brentford 4 on Friday evening. Brentford were 3-0 up in the first half. But it took us 80 minutes to break down this Leicester side. And you get me, you clowns thought that something was going to happen after that Leicester win. But Brentford keeping up their good form. Leicester, 1 foot is back in the Championship. Bournemouth 0, Wolves 1. Bournemouth down to 10 men. Cunha with a lovely finish. Wolves, they're going to stay up. There's no issues with that. Ipswich 1, Tottenham 4. Ipswich 1 foot in the Championship. Tottenham got a win. Southampton 0, Brighton 4. Southampton another one with 1 foot in the Championship. Brighton, that win keeps them in the top 4 race. Fulham 0, Palace 2. That's Palace 3rd win in a row away from home. That guy Mateta at it again. Newcastle 4, Forest 3. Newcastle were 4-1 up after being 1-0 down in the first half. Forest done well second half to claw it back to 4-3. And yeah, that's all the other weekend games. We do have
to go live in a minute or two, so can we do the Chelsea section first?
We do have midweek football. Chelsea versus Southampton.
It's very easy. 4-0. Don't piss me off. go whoop them. The Southampton.
Man, them.
They're shit. They're fucking shit.
Yeah, they get that dub here. 2-0 Chelsea.
3-0 Chelsea.
2-1 Chelsea.
That's a tight one. I hear it. All right, Fez, you man, I got to bounce, sir. I got to go
Link
live,
up.
so I got to do something between that and A-listers.
Oh,
But yeah,
okay.
everyone take care. Big up everybody. Up the
man.
Chelsea. I better be back here with a W. Big up, my guy.
Link up, bro. Mons, you take on Newcastle. You kick off 45 minutes after us. So I guess you'll have an eye on the. I don't even know if you'll have an eye on our first half blood. Because do you really need a fucking eye on our first half blood? I don't think you do.
I watch you lot's games anyway. Like I watch Arsenal. I watch most.
I'm talking the players, the Liverpool players, not you.
Oh,
You get me?
Well, they were
Salah was talking about titles in his fucking press conference yesterday, blood. And
I didn't even know that.
yeah, when he was talking with Szoboszlai, he was like, "This season means more with the goals because like winning a title." And he said,
in the post game,
I was like, "Raw." I looked at Trey. Trey went. I said, "Trey, did you hear that?" Trey went, "Yeah." I said, "Raw, Tid, the confidence is booming."
Yeah, Salah wants this. Everyone forgets the tweet that Salah put out. Remember, Salah put out a tweet. He put out a tweet. When did he put out? He put out a tweet at the end of last season where he was vexed. He was vexed that we only won a Carabao Cup. He was vexed, bro. So yeah, no, Salah just did the Thanos thing. I'll just do it myself. I'll just do it myself. You know what I'm saying? I'll just go win the Prem myself. 41 goals and assists later. I guess he wasn't lying, innit? I guess he stuck to he's sticking to his word. So yeah, man. Newcastle, another difficult game. We're finally back at Anfield. Oh my days, bro. Finally. Bro, I think
like the next 4 of your next 7 games are at home.
Yeah. We've only got 4 away games left, I think. We've only got 4 away games left. It's 4 or 5 away games left. We don't have many away games left. I know we got the Bridge and the others. I know we still got to go to the Bridge and stuff. But yeah, no. Listen, Newcastle blitzed Nottingham Forest in that first half. I watched that game. But Newcastle also showed a very vulnerable side to them in that second half.
Was that to be in 4-1 up and a comfortability?
Yeah, but you can't show weakness. No, Newcastle are fighting.
Would they have shown that weakness if it was 1-0, 2-1? A close
Newcastle have a record of.
But they're up and down. Pause.
Yeah, they have a record of being ridiculously good in that first half and then kind of taking their foot off the gas. They've done it in a lot of games. They've done it even when they played you. How many times they played you this season? But they've done really well in the first half. And the second half, they've really slowed the game down as much as they could. Because it's so high octane.
You think this is true?
Preview to the cup final. Nothing to do with that to me.
I was gonna say, will Slot not show his full hand?
Yeah, anyhow, this is still a high profile game. Even though 11 points clear, every game is still a cup final for me. Like if I lose that game, I'm still gonna crash out because I hate losing.
Now you're at Anfield. If it was at St James's, then yeah, you're at Anfield, bro. I predict like 2-1 Liverpool. Nah, 2-0 Liverpool.
But I'm just saying naturally. I crash out. I hate losing. I hate losing. You know, man. I know how much I hate losing. It could be a game of clubs on FIFA. I hate losing. I'm a bad loser. So you know what I'm saying. So yeah, I do believe you win the game. I'm gonna say 2-1, another close one. To be fair, we beat Man City with no striker, but I don't think we beat Newcastle with no striker. Jota has to play for me. We can't do the 4 center midfielders thing and expect to create with Isak as an ever-present threat.
You wouldn't bring Gakpo into the side after coming off the bench?
I think it's too early. We need him. We need him more for the long term than the short term. I think we can beat Newcastle without Gakpo. For me.
So you're saying 2-1. I'm saying 2-0. Flawless.
Yeah, 2-1.
I think they moved 3-1 Liverpool. I think they moved them.
Nottingham Forest versus Arsenal. We travel to the City Ground. This one brings flashbacks of 22-23 when we went there. Game week 36 or 37 and we lost 1-0, which confirmed Man City as champions. And it was a 5:30 kickoff that day, Saturday afternoon. I was in Denmark with Trey at a football tournament. And this game's got the same kind of, I got the same kind of feeling going into this where it just stinks of 1-0 Forest all over it, blood. You get me? It could even be more. You understand? Because the way we're playing, there's no confidence there. Set pieces, we look vulnerable. They've got fucking giants. We're not scoring from set pieces as well. We're not scoring goals. We need to find out what's going on with Ethan, the injury. He was
asking about that. What the injury is? Is there any
hopefully he was just doing his best Saka impression. Hopefully it's that. If it's not that, then we go to Forest with Marino, Sterling, and Trossard as our front line, and we ain't doing fuck all, mate. Absolutely fuck all. Raheem Sterling trying to attack Ola, not even, Nico Williams, because he'll play on the right. Nico Williams will lock him up. Ola Aina will probably lock up Trossard. You get me? Hopefully Trossard has a good night's sleep in his coffin. Dracula's nephew.
Damn.
And hopefully Declan Rice can actually play for the team that pays his wages. You understand? Prediction 1-1.
2-1 Arsenal. For some reason, you seem to do well against Nottingham Forest. You really beat. They was doing so well when you played them in the reverse, and you beat them 3-0. I think.
Yeah, that was an Emirates different game.
I know. Don't get me wrong. Forest are gonna want to turn around the game. They're gonna want a response from the Newcastle game. So I'm gonna go 2-1 Arsenal.
Yeah, something tells me I'm with you months on this. Like something tells me I don't know what it is. Because everyone expects the pressure's off Arsenal.
I just think Arsenal are their bogey team.
Oh, you reckon it's about
Arsenal and City typically for them are their bogeys.
Yeah, I got Arsenal too. I was thinking this even. That's why I asked about Wanyeri as well. For some reason, I got Arsenal win 2-1. I think Arsenal will win.
Mm.
Flawless. You entertain Ipswich. Obviously, you didn't beat him at Portman Road. You got a chance for revenge now.
Yeah, just get a dub. So it is. Hopefully
6 point, I know.
No.
Not even bantering.
13 points clear of them.
But Wolves.
Wolves are 17th.
Yeah, but you don't want to finish 17th, do you?
No, but I don't want to finish 15th or 16th or 14th. What difference does it make?
You're going to be 15th or 17th. You're going to be in between that bracket. I can't see you.
It makes no difference.
I think you win this game, though.
Yeah, I think we'll win this game too, but I'm just talking about the 6 pointers. Like, nah, not really. No, we're clear of the Premier League season for us is over in terms of achieving anything or doing anything of note. This is just trying to pick up form and gain confidence for the cup competitions. We play Sunday. Yeah, it's Sunday. That's what this is. Right, you got to pick that lineup. Hopefully we get a good win and a good performance with that as well. And try and just kick on from there. Well, yeah, 2-1 United.
3-1 United.
Is that home or where?
Home. LT.
2-2.
4 goals.
Just going to get some predictions for the rest of the games. Brighton, Bournemouth. 2-2.
Yeah, 2-2. I think it.
3-1 Brighton. I think Bournemouth's go-go juice has run out.
Palace, Villa.
Palace have been getting a lot of clean sheets lately.
Yeah,
but Palace
I'm gonna go 2-1 Villa.
Palace have been better away from home than home. 2-1 Villa. I'm with Flawless.
1-1.
Wolves, Fulham.
1-1 again.
1-0 Wolves.
2-1 Wolves.
Wolves have kind of given themselves that gap now. They're not getting relegated no more, innit? They've kind of given themselves that back-to-back wins for them, innit?
Mm-hmm.
Wolves. Well, not back-to-back, 2 wins in the last 3. Yeah.
With Everton. Everton.
Against Everton?
Not Everton, sorry. Yeah, Brentford, Everton. 3-2 Brentford.
2-1 Everton.
2-0 Brentford.
Tottenham City.
Oh yeah. Oh,
Because Tottenham
Two.
always.
you know what? The Tottenham, obviously, we know Tottenham are free. They're in the best form in the league right now, isn't it?
2-1 Tottenham, unfortunately.
Nah, you know what? 2 apiece. 2-2.
Oh, I'm gonna say 3-2 City.
And then West Ham, Leicester, which is on Thursday. The only game on Thursday. Every other game's on Tuesday and Wednesday.
Yeah, West Ham 3-1.
West Ham 3-0.
West Ham 2-1.
Big up Angus. He says Salah moving mad this season. He's moving crazy still, man. Not gonna lie. He is moving in crazy, blood. All right, Mons, I just see that still. But yeah, man, that's another episode wrapped up like a Zubi, blood. You get me? We got the man them as always, blood. Mons, Flawless, Lewis as well, blood. You get me? Make sure you subscribe to the gang. You understand? We're redirected to Lewis as well. He ain't expecting this raid because we were gonna go to Mons, but he had to rearrange what he was gonna do.
It's been moved to 7 p.m. people. 7
He's
p.m.
moved to 7 p.m. So Mons is live at 7. Flawless is probably live.
I'm live in about 5 minutes, people, so come pull
I
up.
was gonna say that,
Manchester
blood.
United show. Yeah. Live
So
in like 5 minutes.
let Lewis know. Troops raid. You understand? Big up the chat as always, blood. Big up the super chatters. Big up the mods. Them. You don't know the vibes, blood. You get me? I'll be back. No watch along tomorrow. Trey's got training, so watch along Wednesday. I'll be back for the Arsenal one, blood. You get me? Hopefully I'm back on Friday, and I haven't been embarrassed yet again in Nottingham, blood.